bruh, Ash texts me, right? Because I wasn't paying attention to it. I was doing something. So Ash texts me and is like, yo, you caught a stray, my bad. I'm like, a stray where? What happened? Anyway, what's up, Tristan?
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
All right. So we're going to get started. Hopefully Jaime comes in soon. Welcome everybody to an all new episode of GVN Talk. This episode is called our weekly wrap up because there's been as soon as I said it, Jaime was like, all right, I'm here, relax.
See? Look at you. You wasn't being patient.
I wasn't because it was 5 minutes past the time.
Oh.
What up, Jaime?
He said you was late.
I did say you were
no,
late.
You did not.
I sure did. You were 5 minutes late. Wait, let me be specific. You were
just,
6 minutes.
I'm like, what is Juwaan doing? It's past 8. And I go on YouTube, see that you just got done streaming.
Oh, no. That was a whole nother thing. Yeah, that was a whole nother thing.
And you went over, so you're late.
No. I started because it shows right here. I called y'all at like 7:50.
That's a lie.
Look at the group chat.
It was not 7:50.
That ain't about to happen on live.
It was 7:59.
Yeah, how you gonna expect somebody to show
Excuse me, exactly. You need to give us 5 minute warning. 5 minute warning.
Be here.
Then pay me more.
Be here.
Pay me more. Pay me more.
Here.
Pay me more.
Listen, just because you got a little mustache doesn't mean you don't run nothing around here, okay?
That means
you was late.
Everything. I'm the sheriff around these parts, and
that's why you got shot.
Dang, yeah, you did. Yeah, y'all are ruthless. I want another job. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to work here anymore. Anyway, welcoming in Jaime. Welcome, Jaime. Glad to have you. Glad you're here. Like I said, we are going to be wrapping up a whole bunch of news. We're going to be talking Marvel, DC, Star Wars, video games. All right. Jaime will be a part of the video game conversation. I know that was a whole thing in the group chat today.
That's not what I saw.
Let me say this, Tristan. I apologize. Okay.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I brought Tristan into the GVN family, right? Tristan is part of the Slack. He's like, these are non-crazy people in this Slack. It's very professional. It's fun. It's quiet. And then I said, why don't you join GVN Talk, right? He joined an episode, and then I said, let me put you in the group chat. And I forgot to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
It is very chaotic.
Yeah, never mind. You're right.
Whether it's AJ texting us at 3 a.m. forgetting that
He does. I wake up at 4:30 and I get that notification. It's AJ.
Whether it's Ash and AJ going at each other, whether it's Jaime trying to steal my position at GVN. Jamie's been trying that since Jaime has joined. Or it's Trevon there just eating popcorn, watching all the chaos happen.
I really do enjoy it. Because
you really do.
When you guys do that, I just put my little gift. I'll be like, what's going on? And then I get hit. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember that time I got dragged in out of nowhere. I was like, wait a minute, how you get dragged in this? I was just talking about, Nicki Minaj. That's what I was talking about. I ain't messing with y'all. Like, I don't know what y'all doing over here.
I don't like how quiet you be.
I'm in my silo.
Yeah, don't be that quiet. Don't be quiet. Anyway, so we got so much to talk about, but I want to start off with Ash. Ash, obviously, we got the finale of Book of Boba. Again, I know you guys are like, wait, Tristan didn't see it. Tristan tells me he wants all the smoke when it comes to spoilers.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. I was a little bit nervous there.
I love spoilers. So you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So I just have to ask Jaime, are you fully caught up with Book of Boba?
Yes. I watched it late Wednesday night. Yes, I saw it.
So I'm gonna get your thoughts too.
Are there any spoilers that you don't like? Like, is there any particular characters that you don't want spoilers from? Like, and other stuff besides this? Can you say you love spoilers, but like, I just want to know, does that mean everything?
Yeah, everything.
Does it mean the Batman, everything? Like, wow.
All of the
Absolutely
spoilers.
not. Absolutely not.
Does that, I don't know, for me, that kind of like that makes me think like, if I know something's going to happen in a movie, I'm just thinking like, oh, they did this thing and that's going to be how freaking Alfred dies or something random,
And for me, I'm like, that makes me want to watch it even more. Like, what? That happens? Okay, I got to see that. Like, I still want to see it myself.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
That's fair. I like that.
You ever have people mess with you, say like, "Oh, this thing's gonna happen," and then it really doesn't?
Juwaan, what's with the hat?
That annoys me.
Don't worry about
Not the
my
hat.
wardrobe.
Not the hat.
Don't worry about my wardrobe changes.
Okay,
Don't worry about my wardrobe changes.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna judge you.
So I was gonna pass it to you, Ash. Should I not pass it to you? You gonna make fun
Oh,
of my
don't be
hat?
playing games now.
Oh wow!
Don't play games.
Make fun of my hat.
Don't play games.
Is there a
Don't play games.
problem?
Don't play games.
You know what I'm saying? Is there a problem here? Can I not get my cosmetics on? Like, goodness gracious. Worry about what matters. Anyway, I was very excited to hear from you, Ash. Your thoughts on the finale of Book of Boba. You being, if Filoni is the son to George Lucas, you being the daughter to George Lucas, the queen of Star Wars. You know what I mean. I just mean the
listen, I just loved it. I loved it. I loved I loved how it tied in the first 3 episodes, right? Because the first 3 episodes, let's be real, they were slow. I personally think the show picked up on episode 4, and I was giving it until episode 4 and episode 5. Episode 5 it definitely picked up, but I gave it until episode 4. And I liked how it tied back in those first 3 episodes, where it made whoever the motorcycle gang that like, you know, was responsible for the raiders. We found out that it wasn't them. I was like, ooh, that was real nice, right? So I really enjoyed that. And then I just enjoyed all of it because like at the end of the day, from what I've seen just overall, and especially what Dave Filoni has been doing, a lot of Star Wars that has been coming out recently, and it has always been centered around family, right? In every single capacity, whether it is destructive, whether it is building it up, whether you are finding new ones. And Book of Boba Fett is essentially, that's what that is. That last episode, except for my 2 boys, my 2 little green babies, they didn't have to do them like that. Dave, we need to have some conversations about killing off my boys. So we're gonna talk about that later. But I liked how it ended up, it just brought different people together. So you went from Boba just being this lone bounty hunter, that's like all we've known him as, this lone bounty hunter, and now he's like ended up and he has friends, he has family, right? This like new beginning for what this world is supposed to be. And I loved it even more because I don't know who was saying it, but like Book of Boba Fett is just a side story to the bigger things that are happening, right? So like we're getting all of this here. It's just a side story. But my favorite part in that was Cad Bane. My boy got the ending he deserved. And I need Asajj Ventress to get the same. Just 100%.
But she's dead though.
And no, not in the, she don't deserve no book's death. She deserves on the screen. So that's what I mean.
There's no better place than for her to pop up alongside Barriss in the Ahsoka series. No better place. We can't say anything more than that because Trevon's not caught up on Clone Wars, so we can't get any more into that conversation.
Trevon, what where are you at in the show?
At season 3. Hold on, I'll tell you a second.
He's been making great progress. The proper question is, Jaime, how far are you?
I know who Barriss is. I mean, I've seen her and stuff.
He always throwing hands, man.
How far are you, Jaime?
Always taking freaking.
Wow. That's rude. That is so.
I'm just waiting for an answer. How far are you,
Jaime? I think.
Okay, episode 8 of season 3. That's where I am right now.
I want to say I'm halfway through the 2nd season, which I started watching it a while ago, so I haven't picked up in quite some time. But you know, I have seen it. I didn't know, like back when the Clone Wars was first airing, I had like the first 3, like the actual first 3 episodes on my iPod just randomly because my dad, he just buys things. And so I watched those over and over again, thinking like they were further along in the series. Come to find out, it was like the very beginning. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know where I am anymore. So I don't know. We'll get there eventually.
We need a restart.
Because look, at least Trevon has one advantage. He watched all of Rebels, so he just has to get through Clone Wars, and then obviously Bad Batch.
Clone Wars is where everything's at, really.
Everything,
like, everything. Like you want to know more? Go back to Clone Wars.
Especially the more air Dave Filoni takes, the more everything Clone Wars.
It doesn't matter what you do. You can ask anything that he starts to put out now. Where can I learn more about this character? Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Go back to
Clone Wars, Rebels, or Bad Batch. You have 3 options.
Beautiful options.
I saw the first season of the Bad Batch, so I have one thing.
Wait, you watch? What is with you and Trevon starting backwards? Trevon watched all of
the Bad Batch came out. I'm like, this is new, you know. I'm like, you know, the Clone Wars.
I watched Disney XD. That was on Disney XD, so that's what I watched. Clone Wars.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. That's fair.
It was something new, man. The Clone Wars.
You listen. When we were barely getting anything Star Wars, we had to take what we was getting. And Trevon, he was taking Rebels because that was what he had.
And it was great.
It took a while for me to watch Rebels because I thought Rebels was replacing Clone Wars the same way Teen Titans Go replaced Teen Titans. So it took a while for me to watch Rebels. And I hated it.
I don't agree about the Teen Titans.
I don't either.
Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans are two different.
Super opposites.
I think you guys don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they took Teen Titans off air.
Yeah.
And then when they brought it back, it was Teen Titans Go. But if you remember the promotion, they were saying the Teen Titans you remember are back and better than ever.
I don't remember those previews. I just remember seeing.
I remember the.
Well, I mean, technically they were back, and technically
they weren't better. I won't allow that slander.
You know,
I was almost there. I was almost there. I thought I could do it. I thought I could. I do love Teen Titans Go though.
Don't step over lines though, Ash. Come on, you know the line is Teen Titans. Come on now.
I will always step over the lines. We gotta shake it up a little bit.
No.
Shake it up.
Shake down. Shake down. Don't shake it up. Shake down. Don't
I mean, something's still being shook. If that's what we're talking about, you know.
Exactly.
Fine, but you can laterally shake something. You can laterally shake something to where
oh God,
right? Yeah, shake it up and down. Anyway.
Okay.
But yes, so because remember they stopped Clone Wars because Disney had then bought Star Wars, so that's why I thought it was replacing Clone Wars, and I'm like, it wasn't even done. I'm like, Anakin's still breathing. Like, let's get to the nitty gritty of it.
But you know what? It was a blessing because I'm actually very happy that they took the break that they did. Like, I mean, I didn't think that we were gonna get season 7. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that they took the break that they did because they brought it back at a time like where everyone was like wanting something more when we needed it. And it came also at a time of just bridging then and now, like.
And to be fair, I think they ended on that Yoda series, not series, but the Yoda saga. And that saga was not a favorite of mine. So it was. Good that they were able to bring that back. That was very. I don't like that. But
I don't remember that saga. So
it was where he was investigating the origins of the Sith.
Oh.
Sith temple and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
It was
that's why we're gonna go back and rewatch.
It's why I felt like I was watching Lord of the Rings. It was just Yoda walking everywhere. Like it was just like, God damn, I'm tired. Like get on something. You know what I'm saying? Force jump something. Damn, Yoda.
Just like Grogu.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, I thought that was
adorable because he's like so waddling, like it's just adorable. But damn Yoda. Anyway, so I agree with you, Ash. It was about family, and I love because a lot of people were still not understanding the necessity of showing Grogu. And what I was saying was the connection story-wise. The connection story-wise was Grogu and Boba were prisoners of what they were born into. So Grogu being born into being a Jedi, Boba being born into being a bounty hunter. They never got to make their own choices. right? You're a Jedi, you
Mhm.
follow the Jedi Order. You're Jango's son. You better be the greatest bounty hunter we've ever seen. So it was Boba finally saying, okay, now I'm free to just be whoever I want. And that was Grogu's thing. Grogu was like, now I'm free to be whoever I want. I made my decision. I still don't know why Grogu didn't pull a fast one on Luke and snatch up that lightsaber too.
Yeah, and I mean that makes sense because I think what's the line that Cad Bane said, where he was like, in all of the years I've never been like, what's your angle?
Right.
Like that was the I don't get you. Like what are you doing here? And I think that's been the entire show, right? Like what exactly is Bubba's angle? Because he's doing completely different, well, not completely different, but his intentions are not what we would have expected it to be. Right. So I love that. I love the entire show. Like I'm excited for book 2 to like see what that like ends up like being, because book 1 like did like, I think it did what it needed to do there. And so like I'm gonna go back absolutely and like rewatch like all of it. But like overall, I'm very pleased with what they did. Like they took a character that everyone like loved, or almost everyone loved, they enjoyed, or that ones that people didn't know, and they're bringing them back full face. And they're like evolving them. And so I love that because that's what Star Wars does. Like it just goes back and it just brings things and expands it even more. So that's where I'm at.
Again, I will say, because I know, and Jamie, I'm passing it to you. I know the narrative was, that's not my Boba. He's acting differently than Boba. I will remind you guys of this for any Star Wars fan. When Darth Maul came back in Star Wars The Clone Wars, I can tell you as a diehard Darth Maul fan, he talked way too fucking much in Star Wars. If you remember Darth Maul from Phantom Menace, who said a total of 10 words, said a total of 10 lines, he couldn't stop fucking talking in Clone Wars.
Just like Bubba could have stopped saying, I am Boba Fett.
Right, yeah. He needed people to remember. They were like, didn't you die? No, I'm Boba Fett.
But we need to be dead. But I'm Boba Fett.
Yeah, right. So I mean, Darth Maul came back completely different. It took a while to get used to him. He was erratic when he first came back, and then, you know, getting used to him now wanting to be a leader of a syndicate. It was a lot that was just like, this doesn't seem like Darth Maul. But it was such a happy reunion that I just accepted it. And then he just did really cool Darth Maul stuff. I won't get into it because, again, I want Trevon and Jaime. Tristian, have you ever watched Clone Wars?
I have not.
At all?
At all.
We'll rectify that. No problem.
Like, wait, not like even
I thought you were about to be like, Unforgiven. I was about to say,
yeah,
wait,
no,
not
that's
even
not
a
happening.
snippet?
That's not happening.
You shouldn't have told him. He's going to bully you too now.
Yes.
I don't
like
think I've seen... Okay, maybe like a commercial. Okay, yeah, a commercial.
I
I mean, that's a snippet,
I
right?
love
That's
that.
a snippet.
A commercial.
Yeah,
That's
technically,
a
I guess.
It's a snippet.
Wow.
Okay.
Take it where you can get it, Tristan.
Hey, there we go. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that.
Well, Tristan, one thing I have successfully said about each member of GVN Talk that now I can say for you, you have disappointed me.
Oh, wow.
You have this.
Wow.
Good
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
I've said this for Ash and Jamie at least 5 million times. Trevon only hit me once with a damn, you disappointed me, Trevon. But Jamie and Ash, they're regulars. They're regulars for that. Just don't become a regular, Tristan.
You know what?
I'll try not to.
You know what? I was gonna be good. I was gonna be really nice today.
You started with beef when you first came on here, Ash. What were we talking about?
I didn't say anything.
You was talking junk about me, but I wasn't even here, man. What we talking
Exactly.
about?
First of all, I wasn't talking.
I was just
I'm a check. I will
All
check
I
this
said
bot
was-
as soon as this gets over.
All I said was, "Where's Jamie? Hopefully Jamie makes it on." And then I said, "Oh, look, there's Jamie. She must have heard me." That was it. That was all I said. I didn't say nothing crazy.
And then he made the comments about you being 5 minutes late, and then he corrected it and said 6 minutes late. Don't forget that part.
No, I said 6 minutes and 58 seconds late.
Got it.
Just so we're adding the accurate time. I checked.
Right.
Anyway, Jaime, what were your thoughts on the finale of Book of Boba?
I liked it. I don't know. This series kind of threw me for a loop because I wasn't really sure what to expect. Especially for the finale after realizing like, oh, like that is going to be the last episode for the series. Because I was thinking we were gonna get a little bit more of seeing, I guess, Boba do what he does or try and figure out like what he was going to do with this war. But I think the way that they ended it did make a lot of sense. And I was glad to see Mando. And I'm not the biggest fan of Grogu since he ate those eggs and was just acting up, and Mando he was just like, that's my son. And I'm like, bro, just one time, just
Damn.
like he just murdered several children.
Yeah.
And you're just not gonna do anything. Like, what?
He was hungry.
That's justification for that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I gotta stay away from you if you get hungry.
They were flying for days. Even Mando said it. He was like, dang, you probably are hungry, huh? That should never be something a parent
that's
says.
on him. He should have been feeding that child.
See, the thing
don't blame
is,
Grogu. Don't blame
you gotta look at where they live at and how they live. It's the food's scarce. It's
food scarce,
man.
Bruh,
That woman showed up with half her freaking children in that jar. She said,
all I know is I couldn't live
I
at that
know I
time. I
had
couldn't
more
live there. I
kids.
couldn't live there. I couldn't live there.
Oh, I
That's all
know, Trevon. That is something you and I agree on. I would
Could not-
not make it out in that universe. I would. Listen, as
Absolutely
soon as they
not.
said
I
the
couldn't do
Jedi
it.
are gone, I'm out.
I can't do this. I couldn't do it. I don't know.
Yo,
I don't
you know what? You know what? Trevon and Ash is why we now have the answer to the generational question we've always had. How come there ain't more black people in Star Wars? They just answered it. George Lucas said, because I tried, but as soon as I put y'all in Star Wars, ain't enough food. Ain't no, what is this? Frog?
Excuse me, I don't care about the food.
George.
It's not the food. You think I want to be waking up, trying to go about my day. I look up,
danger.
pew, 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 pew,
In
pew.
danger all the time. Absolutely not. That's a war zone.
I gotta wake
war
up, see a
zone
big
everywhere.
ass moon
Absolutely not.
coming out, and it ain't a moon. All of a sudden, green light comes out, and my planet destroyed. Like I was just trying to go about hanging my clothes up. That's all I wanted to do. Go about my business, then go drink some of that little green juice. Now I'm dead.
How do we go from Grogu eating eggs for nourishment, by the way, Jaime? Just saying.
One day we'll talk about
it.
One day we'll talk about
I
these
don't
worlds
care.
and these environments. It's a lot of these shows and stuff.
Listen,
I would
the
never
first
live
time
on,
I can
never.
excuse it because he was hungry. He was hungry, but then I was like, "Hey, like, don't do that anymore." And then Grogu said,
Well, technically,
It just
man,
kept
that's
going.
what it is in a way.
That's what
Bruh.
children do.
But time out, not even that, Trevon. He ate it because he was hungry, and Mando's next words weren't, you know what, let me get you something to eat. It was, hey, just stop it. That don't make my hunger
"It's
go
his
away.
fault too. It's his
Facts.
fault too."
Yeah,
but
okay.
listen,
If we really think about it, Mando, he needs child services called on him. I'm
No, for
sorry.
real.
It's a horrible
he does. He does. Because he
Like-
also Grogu ate like some of that kid's macaroons. He stole that boy's macaroons from his lunch.
thing. He did.
Grogu is
Now,
hungry.
that was in the classroom. That was a teacher's fault. Now, wait a minute.
At what
No,
point
but
do you
time out.
start
No,
blaming Grogu
stop
for
being
these
those
things?
fault.
Hold on. We can't blame Grogu because what was the first thing Grogu did? He asked. He said, can I have some?
And the boy said no.
Absolutely
He
right.
doesn't need to be
That's-
told yes every day.
Nah.
The boy said
Grogu-
no. See, that's
Grogu
exactly what
said-
led to the Jedi being extinct. They thought that they could always have it their way. Look
Listen,
at
let me
that.
tell you something. Have I had the Force? You listen to me. What you mean?
What?
What you mean? I'm taking what I want. I'm taking what I want. I don't care.
First of all,
Word.
You're
Time
right.
out, time out.
You're right.
The kid came out easy. Because if Grogu was experienced enough, he would have said, give me the goddamn, like, give me the damn cookie.
Exactly.
I
At least he
but
was nice
look
enough
at
to
what he
ask.
was doing at the
He
end.
asked.
Like, look at what he was doing at the end of Book of Boba. Tapping on the little glass. And then he kept saying no. And then what he needs to go,
He said,
Uh-huh. Grogu
Like-
said, uh-huh. You think
I
I'm
run this.
stop?
Grogu said, I run this.
Yeah,
I run this.
exactly.
100%.
See, when Grogu, when he's like Teen Grogu, maybe he can get on my side again. But right now, I'm like, somebody.
Man,
you know what, Luke? That was
Grogu.
a blessing in
I love
disguise,
it.
Luke. Luke, that was a blessing in disguise that he left.
Listen, if he piss off, if Mando piss him off enough, he lift him up in the air. Like
Exactly.
What?
Oh, oh my God!
What you gonna do?
No.
What you gonna do? Like,
oh wow! I didn't even think about
exactly.
that.
Oh, you think you gonna ground me? You gonna ground me?
All I'm
ground
saying
this.
is,
Boom.
look, all I'm saying is this. I saw a movie called X-Men First Class where Magneto squeezed the helmet onto the dude's face. You mess with Grogu when he gets older and Grogu goes, you know what? Maybe you don't need all this air. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Exactly.
until you learn that I run
And you
this
know
house.
why? And
I
you know
want the
why?
dark
Because his
saber
father didn't
thing.
teach him better.
I want the dark saber. This is so cool. This thing you have.
Wait,
Thanks.
Trevon, I'm glad you said that because you know the first thing I thought of? Yo, Dad, can I take the ship out to go hang with my friends? No, Grogu, you're staying home. Dad, I'm going out to hang out with my friends.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh!
You are going out to hang out with
So
your friends.
fun. This sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like spoiled Grogu. I want him to be spoiled forever. That's what I want. I want spoiled Grogu.
And that's exactly how you're gonna become the Sith.
Yep.
That's fine.
Exactly. Yep.
Anakin's one of your favorite characters, Ash. What are we talking about right now?
Okay, and I've lived through enough
Imagine,
pain. Thank you very
But
much.
but think about it. A dark Grogu would be.
I would love Darth Grogu.
He's
Kinda
Grogu
fun.
to me right now.
Kinda
What
fun.
he is.
You know what? Time out, Trevon. You know what I want?
Kinda fun.
You know what I would love? He's Darth Grogu, right? The whole Sith, the whole robes, but he replaces his Mandalorian chain with a black power fist as his new chain, right?
Oh my gosh!
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And everything's my brother. I want that Grogu. You know what I'm saying? I want that Grogu. That's all I'm saying. Activist Grogu, my brother Grogu. Come on, Jaime. Stop trying to closet this Grogu. I want to see him explore himself. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no woman.
Grogu should go back and take the saber from Luke. Will Luke fight him? Would he?
No, but he wouldn't let him take it.
I mean, he can always just take the black. He can always just take the dark saber, if anything.
Wait,
go ahead,
the way
David.
Trayvon said it is like Luke's like, no, you can't take it. Grogu grabs it and Luke's like, yo, square up, drop it. I don't think he'll do that, but I don't think he'll.
I mean, he might. He was making him choose.
I think Luke would fight a kid. I really do think.
Exactly.
You think Luke would fight a kid?
Luke is mean.
I really feel like
Exactly.
Luke a little bit mean.
He might.
A little bit mean.
He gonna pump that little
his
booty.
father in him and his
A
mother
little
in
bit
him.
mean.
You see what his father did in the temple? You think Luke won't do the same?
A little bit
No,
mean.
Luke won't do
Grogu
the
will
same.
get
Yes, he
punted.
did.
It's in him.
That's how
It's in him,
Kylo
though.
Ren ended up Kylo Ren.
Yep,
Luke
it's
is
the blood.
jaded a little
It's
bit.
in the bloodline.
Okay.
You know.
Yo, y'all are wild, bro.
He is not as
Y'all
pure
are
as you think he
wild.
is. Okay?
Somewhere Luke's sitting there like, hit a kid. What?
He got some anger.
Yeah.
Exactly,
He's
he
like a
does.
kid.
He got some anger.
He does. Kylo was just asleep in his bed, peaceful. They still bent solo.
Get ready
Then
to
he
kill him.
woke up and he just see this little green glow.
They did.
Like,
Yep.
look at him.
Messed up.
Exactly.
What kind of thought was
They
that?
was leaving us some trails. We just wasn't following them.
Somewhere Luke is just like, yo, it is not the sins of my father. Like, what the heck? I killed my father for y'all. And y'all still want to judge me?
Exactly. That's
on.
the point. You killed your father. Why are you killing your father?
It takes a toll. I mean, maybe it takes a toll.
I mean, I guess
stop
that's what
after
happened
that?
at the Jedi Temple.
Be doing that. I mean, it takes a toll on you.
All those ants working to put it together just to have Luke try to kill somebody and have it destroyed. Shame.
You know, he'll do what he has to do. We know that. We see that. You know.
Man only saved the galaxy by taking out his father for y'all. Y'all are so ungrateful. Y'all are so.
He shouldn't have killed his
glad
father.
y'all not in Star Wars. Y'all be the first younglings. I'm like, Anakin, you forgot a few. They over here. Right there. Right there.
Oh wow.
Right there. I look. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would be the snitch in the Jedi Temple. Yo, Anakin.
You're not getting out either.
Right.
No,
You're like, thank you, Juwaan.
Time out. Let me tell you how I would
Exactly.
survive. Let me tell you how I would survive. I know y'all gonna judge me because it's Black History Month, but let me tell y'all how I would survive.
Lord.
Oh Lord. Let me sit up straight.
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready to have Juwaan get canceled?
Oh
Okay,
God.
here we go. Juwaan's about to get canceled.
Oh God.
I would go full Sam Jackson in Django when Anakin came up them goddamn stairs. First group of kids I saw him kill. Oh no! Don't kill me. I saw Master Obi-Wan go that way. Like,
No.
don't take him out. Don't kill me, son.
With this damn
man.
but the thing is killing me is the shit on your head while you saying this. Like, it's killing me. It's killing me. Like,
yo, first thing I would do is the kid that's hiding right next to me is like, I'm so scared. I'm like, not as scared as I am. Anakin, he right here. Right here.
No,
I
I
can't.
can't.
Come get his ass.
I can't. You know
Man,
what? That's why the
telling
clone's gonna handle you.
I'm telling you, look.
That's why the clone's gonna handle you.
Look, man. I would be the Sam Jackson next to Anakin. We're just like, who is this kid that's everywhere with Anakin? I handle all the day to day. That's what I do here.
Not during Black History Month too. Y'all don't rest.
I'm trying
Y'all
to
don't
survive in
rest.
this galaxy. Mace Windu was the only black dude, and look, he died. He ain't
Excuse
black.
me.
What?
Lando.
Oh, no, I don't count Lando.
Why?
Because I just don't count Lando.
just clean it up. Okay, hold on. Let's clean it up. He's talking about Black Jedi. That's what you said. He was talking about Black Jedi, like somebody with a sword and stuff, right? That's
Okay, that's what you're talking about. Okay,
That's
okay.
what
That's
you're
what
talking
you're
about.
talking about.
That's
That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the Jedi. He's talking about the Jedi.
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the Jedi. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. You can take that.
Mhm.
What about
Mhm.
Finn?
But
though?
I would call Anakin mad.
Finn as well. Oh yeah. What about Finn?
Also not a Jedi.
Thank you, Trevon.
Okay.
That.
Should have been. He should have been.
Should have
They
been.
snuffed
Exactly.
him. They snuffed him.
You know what?
Exactly.
So wait, so Tristan, so I want to ask you this, because what it sounds like is, right, taking Tristan out for a second, it sounds like me and Trayvon would survive Order 66 is what I'm hearing.
Oh, I absolutely would throw everyone in the bus.
That's all I'm
listen, listen, I would absolutely survive Order 66.
Listen.
Let me tell you, excuse me, the moment I find out that Palpatine, the moment I find out that Palpatine is out, excuse me, I deal in absolutes. Absolutely, I do.
I am making it out. I'm sorry. Like, everybody else is gone. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like people don't do, like, no one did enough during Order 66. You ain't at least try to join them. Something.
Listen, I would listen. I will say I will be your first Inquisitor. I will go Inquisite out into the galaxy. Send me out there, and then I'm gonna get lost somewhere out in the outer rim. Don't come find me.
I'll be thinking. I'll be thinking.
Put me on Jakku.
I'll be thinking about the darkest thoughts as he's coming. Let me just get my mind together so he'll sense the darkness. Let me just get my mind together.
Y'all are doing mad work. Look, my soft shoe just for Anakin should be enough to get me on his side. I'm willing to do it. Tristan, what would you do to survive Order 66?
Yeah, I would probably join up with them. I'm surprised they haven't done a storyline like that, where somebody joins up with them just to survive, but it's secret.
Oh, I'm working on it. Don't worry, I'm working on it.
Okay, that would be interesting.
It's called Juwaan Unchained. That's what it's called. That's
okay.
what.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
No, go ahead.
Black History Month is interesting. All right. It's a mess.
Oh, God.
No, Tristan, I want to go back to you. How would you, like, what would you do to escape Order 60? Like, just assume you can't just run away, right? Okay. What would you do to try to survive Order 66?
Yeah, I think I would just try to join up with them. Like, hey, I don't like being a Jedi. I'll join y'all.
Yo, wait, because Tristan, when you said that, all I pictured is Tristan like, yo, Anakin, let me spit you some real facts. Yo, Anakin, crazy story. Yo, my mother was slain on Tatooine. And Anakin goes, no way. And it's like, yeah, who killed your family? Yo, it was them, what do they call themselves, Ash? The Tusken Raiders. And
Raiders.
The Tusken Raiders killed my mom. And it's like, bruh, let me join you. They wouldn't let me kill the Tusken Raiders. And he's like, I just went out and did that shit. Yeah, you can join me. That's what you got to do, Tristan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get on his level.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Look, now, to be fair, he might take me to go kill some Tusken Raiders. I might have to kill some innocent Tusken Raiders, but at least I escaped Order 66 alive. That's all I'm saying.
At least you don't actually have to touch them. You just use the Force. That's fine. You know, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
Like, they dirty.
I honestly would not feel like, because you're not touching them physically, so you could just force choke or whatever, throw them off a cliff, anything, you know, just very easily.
Not off a cliff.
Yo, all I'm thinking about is Trevon as the one. Trevon, the
I'm
one.
saying, man.
Don't touch me. That's all you hear. Don't you touch me?
Move.
Like, Trevon.
I've had so much fun.
Oh my god!
You understand? I dream about having powers. Listen, it'll be a time.
I would love to have the Force. Like, be able to.
Interesting.
I was gonna say, but like, I want to ask y'all this. Like, do you think if y'all had powers, do y'all honestly think you would be a good guy? I know I would become a villain. I know myself enough to know that I would start out trying to be like a good person, and I would eventually become a villain. So, like, what about y'all?
It depends on the power. If I have an ability that can be used on a bank, I will. Like, just if I'm out of power, I don't know.
Like what?
Teleportation. That's the first thought I'm having. Teleporting in a vault and out. That's what I'm thinking. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm gonna figure out, can I take stuff with me? I'm gonna learn all that, and I'm gonna do it. That's it.
Pretty much what Trevon is saying is he would do a black version of Jumper. He would just do Jumper, where they're just robbing banks and everything. No, I would 100% become a villain before I actually knew I had the powers. So I would talk shit thinking I had it, and it didn't even arrive yet. No. So yeah, I'd be the villain off rip. I go to clubs and just be like, yo, you see that dude right there? I can make his head explode. No way. Watch. See that? Look at that. His head's gone. I would just do crazy villain and stuff like that. I wouldn't even think like Trevon robbing banks. I just go showing it off like, yo, you picking on him? How would you like to see his tongue in the back of his head? It's like, what? Boom, done. I would just be a villain like that. That's why
concerned for you.
I shouldn't have power. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't rob banks.
We might need to do the AA thing after all.
I wouldn't rob banks.
Yeah, we need an intervention. We need an intervention.
You know what? Y'all are judging. Ash, how would you be with power? I see how you are with no superpowers, just talking to me.
First of all, anybody gonna catch these strays.
Look at that.
Just like that little thing that what's his Mando, he keeps on his wrist, and he press that little button, and then the little stuff comes out. Everybody gonna catch the strays. But
Ash.
It just
everybody.
She won't hit me. She won't hit me. I'm teleporting away.
Exactly. No, I want to hit Trevon, and I want to hit Jay. And I want to hit Tristian.
That sounded real personal. Like you're taking out people but leaving me. Am I catching? Sure?
I mean,
I
have a question for you. Have I disappointed you?
Maybe. Maybe. I didn't say yes. I said maybe.
Okay, then. So then maybe you'll get hit, and maybe you won't get hit.
I don't disagree. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. I don't think I would be I think I would try to be a bad guy, but it wouldn't work. Like if it's like in this world, like I don't think I would be a bad guy. I think I would be a vigilante. Like that's what my powers would make me a vigilante, because I want to go fuck up all the fucking people that
Oh, see.
So I would be a vigilante.
No, my teleportation power would definitely get me to all the Comic Cons and to Hall H. That's the type of stuff that I'll be doing. Like, I would not be thinking about anyone else.
Yeah, so. but then I also want the powers. That's
in
that's
the bank,
make my life easier. So like if I would do teleportation, that means I'm waking up. I'm like teleporting every single where. Oh, you tell me I got telekinesis? Oh, my hands. They will be outstretched to collect whatever is coming in my direction. I can read. Boring. I can read minds. Oh, you want to talk shit about me? I got some quick comebacks for you. Let me talk. Listen.
Yeah, but how you gonna respond to it before I even say it? Like, what if I change my mind? Like, now you don't hurt my feelings. Now I want to say it. Like before, I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna say it.
No,
And
but
you're
you
like, that's
thought
why
it.
you ugly.
But
And
you
it's
thought
like,
it,
damn,
exactly.
Yeah, you
You
thought
thought
it.
it.
So it still counts.
You thought of it.
That's right.
You thought of it.
y'all are
It
boring.
be like that
Jamie, spice it
sometimes.
up. What are you doing, Jamie?
Well, I would probably be a vigilante too. I think like I would try to be good, and then people would be like, "Why is she doing all this stuff like helping these people? Like, what the heck? You're messing with my tax dollars, bro. Or they should be doing this because of this, and that." And then I would turn into what's perceived as a bad person to the media. But I would be trying to help people.
The best thing you could
That's
do,
facts.
Jamie, like especially if you had the power to like make people disappear, the best thing I could see you doing is instead of hiding the person in your bed, you could just make them invisible. so you don't have to keep hiding that person behind you under those sheets.
It's just pillow. That's it.
Yo, Jamie says that, so we hear of the campus killer. And it's God. I used to put him right in my bed. It's like, I knew Jamie put them in the bed.
Be so bold as to go on a live stream with a body in my head. Like,
yo, okay, wait, Tristan, just so you can kind of understand the joke here. The first time Jamie joined one of our streams, the bed behind her looks like someone's hiding, right? Like Jamie was like, oh, I didn't know y'all were about to do the podcast. Now, hide. It's like, okay, all right, podcast. So then the audience started noticing, like, it does look like someone's under those blankets. So that's the running joke. But I have to ask you, Tristan, does it look like this?
It does.
It's just...
I thought that earlier, but of course I wasn't going to say anything. It's not my place.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yo, that's what I love about Tristan. Tristan was like, yo, I ain't no snitch, so I won't gonna say nothing, but it looked like it. It looked like it.
I just have one of those big, what is it? Like one of those backrest pills that you can like put your arms up. Cause I like to sleep on like a little incline instead of like fully like flat.
Look, however you want to slice it, Jamie, I'll just say this. Tristan, I've only had to edit a hand dropping down once. Only once. Okay. I've only had to edit that one time. That's it. All right. Don't judge Jamie off of that one time. You just won. That's it. No problem.
But yet you out here telling her that she's disappointed you how many times?
I know. You better watch out, Juwaan.
No,
you could be under the bed next. You could be under the bed next.
Jamie,
I can't at least sleep with the fish. I gotta be under the bed. Like,
relax.
Damn.
Oh.
Like, jeez.
Like, that's what happens when you run your mouth a lot. That's what happens.
I'm just picturing when I get up there. Yo, what happened to you, Jamie? Me too. Like, I knew it. I knew there was a few of y'all that Jamie took. I knew it. I had the feeling.
They're gonna ask, were you talking about before she got on the podcast? Yes. Okay. You deserved.
No, you know what, Trevon? You know my worst nightmare is I get up there and they're like, Juwaan is like, I'm sorry, do I know you? No. We've just been in line for forever and we've all heard about it. And it's like, oh no, like what? And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna just tell you, I heard from a friend, heard from a friend.
That you was what Juwaan.
You're not coming through. Yeah, you're not coming with us. It's like, damn, like I ain't even get the God for him to tell me that yet. Like, but anyway, all right. So I want to move on, Jamie. I want to start off with you. I want to go into gaming corner. We had some gaming announcements drop. I want you to walk us through some of these amazing gaming announcemements. So go ahead, take it away.
Yeah. So Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct on Wednesday, I believe it was, this past Wednesday. And they announced a few heavy hitters. No Breath of the Wild 2, so don't get your hopes up, people like me. We still praying though. So Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was announced, which is big because I think Xenoblade fans have been waiting for a long time. I haven't played the series yet. I just know it has what's it called? It's kind of like a cult classic. So one day. Splatoon 3 Salmon Run. Is it Splatoon 3 Salmon Run? Yeah, Splatoon 3 is coming out in the summer, and then the Salmon Run update for Splatoon 2 will be coming out relatively soon, I believe. Not familiar with Splatoon at all either. So my brother played a little bit. It always looks like a lot of fun, and I know they have like tournaments pretty much every year. With the pandemic, I don't know what's happened with that, but Splatoon was looking kind of interesting with this salmon run thing, because Splatoon is usually like a pretty colorful, like light kind of game. And in the salmon run, it looked like they were in like some dystopian world where like war happens all the time. Similar to Star Wars, but kind of present day. And yeah, I don't know. I thought that aesthetic was interesting. So maybe this will be one to put in the books. Does anybody play Splatoon or Xenoblade before I go on?
First time I heard about both those games was Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my first time hearing about either one of those. And I will say, if I had any interest in playing Splatoon, playing Smash Brothers ruined that. Fucking little thing used to put the paint and make me slip all over the fucking place. I hate it. Yeah, no, thank you.
Dang.
Sounds like a really good game.
Yeah, no. No, thank you. No. So damn stressful. Just stop coloring all over the damn place. That's really all you're doing. You're coloring all over the place.
Yeah. No, it's like paintball. Extreme paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not when I'm trying to kill Samus. Need you painting up the damn place? Get out of here.
It sounds like they're winning.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're just not. I don't like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like you're not good at the game. Maybe you should put on easy.
Maybe you should pick that character then and use it yourself.
Yeah, or like do they have extreme
useful.
Yeah, y'all are right. Y'all are right. You know what? Y'all know what's about to happen to y'all. Y'all about to get Don Cheadle. Keep it up. Keep making fun. I'm about to Don Cheadle from Terrence Howard, y'all. Okay? Y'all about
you can't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me.
I'm gonna recast y'all. That's all I'm gonna do. Just
go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Please find someone as good as me, please.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Exactly. Find somebody to replace me.
You know what? Challenge accepted.
Bet you're gonna replace that headband before you replace us.
I guarantee you, y'all will be replaced by next Friday. All right. All right.
Just make sure that you send the little code because you're gonna do it anyway. But make sure you send it before 8 p.m.
Nope. It's just gonna be me, Jamie. It's gonna be me, Jamie, AJ, and Tristan. That's what it's gonna be.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you want to punish them for with you?
Wow. You know what? Because Jamie laughed. Jamie now can't join. It's just me.
That's okay. Nia Trevon gonna start her own thing.
There you go.
We're gonna start at 8 p.m. too. We're gonna start at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. and we won't send the code at 7:59 p.m.
Yeah.
And also, did you say AJ like he gonna show up? Like, are you serious?
Oh, dang. AJ, I didn't say anything.
At least I'm here, okay? Start treating me with respect.
Oh,
okay.
Man. Anyway,
I'm here almost every time.
Anyway, back to Jamie. Goodness gracious, y'all. Back to Jamie. What other games did we get?
This was my most hype reveal for the direct, which I have mixed feelings about, because on the one hand I'm like, yes, but on the other hand I'm like, but Breath of the Wild. I'm down bad for some Breath of the Wild, y'all. Y'all probably be hearing me talk about this all stream. But Nintendo Switch Sports was announced. So if y'all played Wii Sports, this is kind of like the revival of that. I have been saying since the Switch launched, where the frick is Switch Sports? And finally
should have launched with it.
It really should have.
With it.
It should have.
It's so stupid.
I think it's because it was kind of like they were kind of moving away from motion controls, even though they put out the 1-2 Switch demo. I'm like, we just did Switch Sports, but okay. But we got it. And it's interesting because a lot of the computers, like the non-playable characters, they're not Mii's. And I'm not sure if you can like switch them to Mii's. I know that you can play as a Mii if you want to. That's just weird. I don't know. It's weird seeing other characters that are not Mii's just walk around playing these.
But they don't really have that on the Switch though, right? Like to do the Mii stuff.
They have a few games where you can play as Mii's. There's like
can you make them though? Can you make them?
Yeah, you can make a Mii. I have a Mii on the Switch, but they don't have very many games where you use Mii's anymore. Mii's are more like a Wii / like Wii U kind of thing.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, they kind of just gave up using the Miis pretty much.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for this. It says it comes out April 29th, which is crazy.
Oh,
They don't have a beta actually later this month. So if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you can actually sign up for the beta. And I'm not sure if everybody gets in or not, but if you have it, you could be able to play. I think it was which one?
It's like very specific times though, like
it
7
is,
to 8.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like really strict times. I was like, what is that?
I think it was volleyball, and then like what they have to replace sword fencing for the or fencing for the beta, which I think it's like I don't even want to attempt to say the name. It was like it sounded like Charmander or something. I don't know. In any case,
So it's sword play or something, right? It's
yeah.
play.
It's pretty much just the fencing, but they're not using
they're
not using the fencing swords, but.
Right.
Another big one, which I haven't had any experience with, but I know lots of people have been hanging with Nintendo for a while. I'm really excited to see Mario Strikers come back. So Mario Strikers Battle League Laces will come out on June 10th, which basically, for those who aren't familiar, it's just Mario playing soccer. Just Mario playing soccer with all the little effects. And it kind of looks like, I don't know, it has like some what would be the word? I guess just kind of like those animation like stress effects, I guess, where you have like all the really dark lines and stuff. You could probably see something like that similar to Star Wars Visions with some of the different animation studios and how they were able to like stress action and stuff like that with those kind of lines. Which looks cool.
They need to bring back backyard sports.
Backyard sports.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all, people looked up to Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Muhammad Ali, Pablo.
I was just about to say Pablo. Pablo, that was my boy. Pablo knew how to hit.
Come on now. When I tell y'all, I looked up to Pablo. Pablo won me bags of Doritos, Capri Suns, $5 one time. Shout out to Pablo, man. Well, nobody as good as Pablo back then. I'm telling you that right now. Straight up
the
and down. The GOAT, greatest of all time. Forget Michael Jordan. Pablo. Tell the legend of Pablo. We need a movie on Pablo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We don't need to go that far. See,
you was
doing
Why
so
can't we
good.
Get the life of Pablo?
You was doing so good, and then
why can't we get the life of Pablo?
See the line, you crossed it. The line.
You just told me an hour ago to cross the line.
No. I said I crossed the line, not you. I crossed the line.
Go ahead, Jaime.
Yeah. No Man's Sky is going to be ported to the Switch, and this game has a very turbulent history, to say the least. But this is going to be the full version of No Man's Sky coming to Switch, which is good. It'll be presented to players or new players the way that it was supposed to be presented like years and years and years ago. And the developers for No Man's Sky actually, I can't remember how long ago that this was, but the devs actually, they put out a game on iOS that like they had pretty much scrapped to work on No Man's Sky because a little kid was like, Dad, I miss my favorite game on the iPad. Why is it not there? And then he like actually sent a letter to them and they're like, oh, cute. And then they put the game back out. So you know what? If anything else, support the devs. Support the devs for No Man's Sky. Hello games. But yeah, No Man's Sky coming to Switch. Big one. Another big one, which was rumored for a long time, was a new Fire Emblem game, and this one is a Muso game, so it's pretty much you just like go through a battleground and beat up like a ton of enemies. And this one's Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, which is actually coming out this year in June. And if anybody's played Fire Emblem 3 Houses, this game has the same characters but takes place in an alternate universe, which is an interesting concept that I feel like not a lot of video games go into, or like not really any that I can think of. So except for maybe Batman. But yeah, I'd be curious to see what this game is like. And I feel like a Muso game for Fire Emblem, that's gonna be pretty interesting. It's definitely different than Fire Emblem 3 Houses was like a turn-based RPG. So to go from that to just run through the battleground and just slay people is going to be quite the interesting transition. What else we got? Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp launches in April. Lots of people happy about this. Oh my god, the screenshot I'm looking at. So, if people haven't seen the new Kirby trailer for Kirby's new game that's coming out in where is it? Why don't they have the release? Oh, here we go, March 25th. So Kirby has an ability called mouthful mode, where Kirby will just swallow pretty much anything you want, basically. He will eat cars, he will eat vending machines, he will eat traffic codes. Twitter had a field day with that.
Yeah, just the first 4 words you were saying of that sentence, I'm like, oh yeah, Twitter probably destroyed it. Yeah,
I don't know how to describe it other than, it is what it is. Kirby does what he does.
They had to make it different than Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey. Somehow.
Yeah. That's true. You know what? That is a good point, because that is kind of like. It's a similar concept, but definitely aesthetically, you would not think of Mario when looking at Kirby doing what he does.
Yeah.
I don't think Mario was ever trying to chart out in mouthful mode. He's like, that's not a me. I don't do that. That's
nah. Mario wishes he was as talented as Kirby is. Okay, all right.
If you say so. Mario got hands, straight up hands. What Kirby gonna do? Just absorb them? That's it. Kirby
listen, in this trailer, he ate at least 5 or 6 people.
Nah,
Kirby does not
I
care.
Know, what does Kirby do when Mario says, see me with the one, see me with the fade? What Kirby gonna do then?
Swallow him.
Exactly.
Nah,
inhale him.
All right, so is Mario able to throw fireballs then?
Not
exactly.
Not in Odyssey. He had a hat.
Nah.
Wait, yeah.
It depends on what Mario we're talking about. Does he have the fire flower? Actually, that's a better question. If he got the fire flower, maybe, but
I just want Kirby to see him with the hands. Don't tell me Kirby is.
Why they gotta fight though?
I'm sorry. What was Super Smash Brothers about? All 9,000 of them? About Kirby and
Mario?
Story
wasn't about like all the
Kirby and Kirby was whooping ass now. Let's not.
Kirby was the one that survived at the beginning of Smash Ultimate. Mario was out, Link was out, Kirby.
You want to know why Mario was out though?
Because he was weak.
Seeing him with the hands. He was seeing him with the fair one. That's why.
And guess what? Those hands got him nowhere but out.
Nah, he was serving Bowser.
Yeah, Mario got taken over.
He was serving and he got served.
Mario has no abilities on his own. Kirby does.
He got hands, bruh. You don't need nothing else.
Okay, that's like bring a knife to a gunfight. What is hands gonna do?
Nah, I saw Bruce Lee only use his hands. That's all I'm saying.
Mario is not Bruce Lee.
Exactly.
Mario, a chubby plumber.
You are grasping at straws.
Nah. Why won't Kirby fight Crash Bandicoot though?
Crash is not even in Smash.
It don't matter. Why he ain't finding him? Exactly.
Why ain't Mario finding him?
Mario did it. He didn't want to see him with the. That's why Crash can't talk. Mario caught him one time in the throat, and that's why he can't talk. Y'all don't know.
Next thing you know, he's
gonna
be talking about Spyro and Mario.
Nah, y'all don't know the history. It's cool though.
Yeah, you wanna bring in the other characters too?
Mario's worried about Sonic. He's not worried about what? How did this become?
And he can barely keep up with Sonic.
We were talking about Kirby. What is happening?
Who wins in a fight, Kirby or Mario?
Probably Kirby. I have to say, I think it would be Kirby.
What?
Tristian, you have disappointed him.
Yeah, I'm telling you right
again. That's twice. Hey,
unless Mario has
the
fire thing or the star or something, he going down.
You know what? You know what the trump card is? Okay, Kirby absorbs everybody. Mario and Yoshi jumping them in the street. How about that? Now what?
Oh, so Mario needs help, is what you're saying?
Nah, Mario ain't got superpowers.
So what you're saying is Mario needs help.
Kirby don't either. That's just who it is.
Nah,
it ain't a superpower.
No, first of all, don't tell me that that's not an ability and he just out here. Let me swallow everything.
He was born with it, right? Born with it. Born
That's a conversation about Kirby I don't want to have. Go ahead and finish, Jamie. I ain't even trying to talk about when he first realized he had that ability. I ain't saying nothing, but go ahead, Jamie. Go ahead.
Oh my word. I didn't know you rode so hard for Mario, Juwaan. That's
Mario since day one was the OG. He was shooting ducks. He was jumping on little chicken McNuggets. Mario was out here,
one.
dog.
Batman or Mario?
That's not the same ballpark. That's like asking me to choose between my children. Clearly, Batman. Are you serious?
Okay.
What?
Right.
Come on.
I just want to see you say it. Okay.
Yes, of course, Batman.
Great.
I would
so
choose
we can
between
just
my
use
children.
that.
Are you serious? Daddy, who do you love more? You. Of course. Come on now. What are we talking about? I don't like him. Come on
you
now.
never tell your kids that. Wow. Okay.
I 100% would tell my kids that. Yesterday,
Wow.
I asked you to hand me the remote. You said no. Yeah, I love your sister more. There you go. Simple. Boom. Move on.
The therapy.
Exactly.
Oh, they gonna
child service. You know what's gonna happen when they get older? Juwaan's gonna call them. Why you don't call me no more?
Yep.
Because you love her more.
Call the one you love.
No. You know what I'm gonna do, Trevon? One of them I will raise so well that all I gotta do is just shine the Batman light. They know. As soon as they see it, Dad need me. They there. That's all I'm saying.
See, that's why they're gonna drop in the old person.
That's the one that turn on you. That's the
exactly.
I wish that
the way you be treating my brother, bro. That's
you gonna need the other one. You gonna need the other. You be crying to the other one.
Exactly. Because the one that you love the most is the one that's gonna drop your ass in that old person home, and they're gonna drive off.
Yeah.
Where my wife at in all this situation? Why my wife not holding it down?
She done left you for picking sides with the kids.
Damn.
You created the whole scenario alone.
Yo, Ash, you saying that just brought up the funniest memory. My sister, when she was like 5, she was always talking about like what people's lives would be when they got older. And I remember she just came to me and said, she said, you're going to have 2 kids. And I was like, okay, cool. That's great. Starting a family. Yeah, but there's no wife. And I'm like, oh, did something happen? No. Don't nobody want to be with you. So I'm like, what? Did you stuck me with their kids? Like, what the? I'm just raising somebody's kids? Damn. Are they even mine? Like, I don't know. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. So you was catching strays since you was a child. So you used to this.
When she said that, I'm like, okay, I got kids. Okay, cool. She's like, yeah, but no wife. I'm like, oh, something happened? No. You just literally have no wife. And I'm like, damn. All right, well, whose kids is these that I'm raising? Like, what the hell is this? Anyway, Jamie, go ahead. We got some Star Wars gaming news also.
We did. So Star Wars Force Unleashed 1 and 2, I believe, are going to be ported to the Switch, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think there's only so much excitement I can have just because they've been ported to PC already, and I bought them like months and months and months ago. But to see that, the more people have access to it now is great. And maybe something could come out of it where we could see Star Killer again and something. I like Star Killer. I enjoy it.
I keep
Jamie,
hearing.
Don't do that to me. If Star Killer ever becomes canon.
I keep hearing all these about different versions of the game though. Like apparently the Wii one was good, the PS3 one was awful, or something. I don't know. It's just apparently there's different versions, and I think they're doing it off of the Wii.
Yeah, I think they are because they were talking about adapting the motion controls for the Switch.
Yeah, so
all I know is
I've never played it, so yeah.
It had one of the greatest DLCs I've ever played in my life. So one of the DLCs, Trevon, this isn't a spoiler, the game came out millennial ago. But one of the DLCs, you gotta go kill Han, Luke, and Leia.
Cool.
Dopest concept I've ever seen. I'm in the middle of was it Andor? No. I can't remember what planet. Ash, what was the planet with the little bears? What are their names?
The Ewoks?
Yes,
yeah,
Ewoks.
Oh my god.
I can't think of the name of the planet, but that's where they were.
Damn it. That's gonna kill me. Hold on.
So it was on the mission where Luke was supposed to go fight.
Endor.
I was saying Endor.
Endor.
It was when Luke was supposed to go kill Vader, but instead Vader sent Star Killer to kill Luke, Leia, and Han. It's not easy killing Leia, that's for damn sure. She's a force wielder. She's proficient in lightsaber. It's like, goddamn, Leia, where was just the general that the movie got? Why I gotta fight the tough ass Leia? Like, goddamn, where you blaster at?
I still think it's criminal that we haven't. I just want to see that Leia. Like, I want to see
that Leia.
I want to see that Leia. Like,
it's possible.
I just so I can say the things I want.
You didn't like space flying Leia? You didn't like
yes, I loved it.
Like that?
Oh, I enjoyed it.
I was like, oh, they can fly now.
But,
please,
but I want to see more of Leia with the Force.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see her with the Force.
I'm being honest with you. That's what I thought.
Like,
sorry,
bro. When I tell you that,
they can fly, throw lightning, Force. I'm in. Like,
when I
all
told
the abilities, all of
them. That movie tried every last patient I had. I had no more patience left. I'm like, she's flying in space.
Which one?
What?
Sorry, which one was that again? Because I mixed up the
Last
two.
Jedi.
Okay, that's what I thought. Listen, I asked someone today, what was their favorite Star Wars movie? And they put in order. Let me go, because I said we need to have a conversation. 6, 8, and 4. They put 8.
Revenge of the Sith, Rise of the Skywalker. No, Last Jedi. 8, 6, and what?
6, 8, and 4.
Oh,
So,
hell no. Hell no.
in that order.
Block them. Was that over text?
Mm-hmm.
Block 'em.
I can't.
Block them.
Because I need to have the conversation.
Block them. That's nothing but negativity in your life right there. That ain't nothing.
But I don't trust anybody that says that The Last Jedi is their favorite Star Wars movie. I'm so sorry. I'm not a Star Wars snob.
Watch Trevon say it right now. Go ahead, Trevon.
I didn't say nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
Trevon's sitting there right now, and he's like, dang, the last few weeks, Joel done yelled at me. Juwaan done. I ain't having Ash yell at me. You thinking it, Trevon. You like, I love The Last Jedi.
Trevon?
I just like wherever the abilities are at, where the lightsabers at. That's what I'm here for. That's it. I don't know. Just let me be there. Let me just be in that area, okay? Like, I don't know the story like you, okay? I don't know the story like that. So look, I'm just looking for the fun, okay? Look,
I can tell you
there was nothing fun in that movie.
Don't nobody fly in space. That's what I
to you.
Unless you're a droid.
Ain't no damn.
You are a droid.
Ain't no damn Avengers out there, Trevon. Ain't no Captain Marvels.
I saw flying.
Wait.
I don't know.
But she's telekinetic. So why couldn't she fly? Why? I don't get what the big deal is about her flying. She's telekinetic. She's moving herself. So
she's in space. She got what she got covered in her face.
Thank you, Ash.
It's the Force,
right? Force. Here's my thing. Okay, if
she's
somebody
pushing oxygen molecules together and inhaling it.
Okay, Jamie.
My thing is she had
it's the Force.
Yeah, it made sense to me. It made sense to me because I'm like, okay, it makes sense that her Force abilities, if she's ever in danger or near death, her Force abilities would emerge and like react to that and protect her. So I didn't see the problem with it. I was like, it's just her powers reacting because she's in danger and near death.
May the Force be with you, right? It's what you always say, right?
You know what, Tristan? I'm glad you said that. So my very small rebuttal to that would be, there's a reason why you never heard of that before. There's a reason why you never heard of that after. George Lucas was sitting somewhere just like, fly in space now?
I mean, they force jump. Like, I mean, isn't that like you?
Trayvon.
I'm just saying.
Trayvon.
She was
moving yourself.
You are reaching.
Trayvon, time out. Okay, no, time out. Okay,
kept reaching for that little ball. You are
okay. Time out. Let's go with that logic.
Hopping off the ground.
Let's go with that logic.
Please,
Trayvon, I want you to picture this. You ready? The Avengers are in the Quinjet, flying to a different planet, right? Some explosion happens. Hulk, no mask, flies out into space. Would your logic tell you, well, if he could jump on Earth really far, he could just jump from planet to planet all around space? Logically, you would go, well, that probably only works on
Hulk
the ground,
is human,
not in space.
I know he can't breathe in space.
So is Leia. Leia is always.
They have the Force. The Force is all around.
So what?
All around. all everywhere. It's everywhere, right?
Why is this an issue? I don't understand. She has
it's everywhere.
It shouldn't have happened. Like all of the other things within that tragedy of a movie. And
I'm not saying the movie was great. I'm just saying that made sense. Her powers reacted to her being in danger.
Wait, reacted to her being in danger?
Yeah,
no, that's the force. May the force be with you.
I really feel like
wait a minute.
Stop saying that, then. The force ain't always with you.
Hold on, time out. We saw Rey die. We saw Kylo die.
That's not a force preventable thing.
Die. Time out. No. We saw Leia die, right? We saw Luke die. Where was the force to protect them?
Yes, actually, where was the
force to protect Anakin? Luke killed himself.
Obi-Wan wanted to chop off his legs.
Wait, look at Tristian. She's like, I don't know.
I'm just saying, in that moment, it was the force. You're right. You have a point with all those other moments. I'm just saying. In that moment,
no. That
get
was
why
just
people hate
right
that moment so much. I'm like, why? I don't.
Because what makes it even worse, Tristian, is Leia's not even the strongest Jedi at that point. Luke is still alive. Luke is way stronger than Leia, and
but it's not like she has
to do with her power.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like she was fighting. It was just
It's not shared between them. Like, what do you mean?
Trevon, you do know being a Jedi is something you're taught. It's one thing. It's one thing. You're taught the one thing.
Aren't you born force sensitive? I don't understand what you mean. Like,
still
has it, right?
Listen to me.
She has it, right?
Everyone that's a Jedi is born force sensitive.
Okay.
What I'm saying is there's not abilities that she has that literally no one else ever has ever had.
I don't even see it as an ability. I just saw it moving herself.
Yeah, that's all she did was move herself.
She shouldn't have been able
but
to
mind
move
you,
herself.
But
she should have been encased in ice.
And let's not forget that, like, after she got back on the ship, she was still near death. So it's not like, oh, she just, she was still near death. Like, but again, her abilities reacted and was like, okay, let me try to. And my thing is, she's the daughter of the chosen one. So I mean, it stands to reason that her power isn't Anakin. Wasn't he the chosen one? So his children could have inherited some extra powers.
Technically, Luke turned out to be the actual chosen one.
Okay.
But Luke couldn't even stop himself from dying. And you telling me she could?
What do you mean? Didn't he kill himself by using the force?
No, he didn't kill himself. He overexerted his use of
the writers killed himself.
The writers
killed him.
He drained his life.
Killed him.
She didn't resurrect herself. That's all I'm saying. She just moved.
Either way,
all she did.
There was
Jamie,
no way.
How did you feel? How did you feel, Jamie?
You know, the new trilogy, I try to forget. So I vaguely remember.
I'm about to watch these movies again.
Sure I vaguely remember this moment.
Sure am.
And I was
right the fuck up. Sure am. Open this shit up. Open this damn Disney Plus up. Shit. Yeah. I'm gonna watch these damn movies, okay? They're right there for me.
To counteract that, I'm watching Revenge of the Sith 9 times. That's what I've been.
And that's why I'm gonna watch Rogue One as much as I can.
That's fine.
Just to balance it within the Force, Trevon. But no, Jamie, I appreciate that. But look, like I said, if you like The Last Jedi, I respect it, right? Because you're seeing it from a different lens. And it doesn't make you any less of a Star Wars fan. You just see it differently. Yeah. I do believe most people that really love The Last Jedi aren't as invested in Star Wars, right? Because if you are, the problems with that movie are just too glaring, right? It's just too glaring. Even Mark Hamill said, "I don't know what Luke Skywalker that was." I tried to tell him, don't.
Like, I wouldn't even say I'm super invested in the Star Wars universe. Like, I feel like I'm a very like casual, like someone who just enjoys watching, and I just did not enjoy what they were doing, especially the most recent movie. It was hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, I give The Rise of Skywalker more grace because I personally believe that movie could have been so much better if The Last Jedi was better. That movie could have been
very possible. But I mean, my biggest thing is we needed to get away from the Skywalkers, and you in the movie with "My name is Skywalker," and it's just like, no way, no freaking way. You're gonna make
just don't like who the Skywalker was. That's all it was.
No,
listen.
I'd rather have Luke still there in the
But Trevon, you had 8 movies. You had 9 movies that were revolving around the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
You were going to continue that. They're not the only family in the galaxy, Trevon. Like, get past.
I would have loved to see the First Order, the Resistance, and no one in connection to the Skywalkers.
I mean, you know what? I'll even say this, Trevon. I would have preferred if she was the granddaughter of Obi-Wan. Just so I'm out of the Skywalker name.
Okay, first, the granddaughter of who was he attacked? Who?
Hey, if we can ask that, we gotta ask who was Palpatine with.
Time out. No. He that was a clone of himself. His son was a clone of himself. But as far as Obi-Wan, he was on Tatooine from the time Luke was born to the time Luke started getting hair on his
Not anymore, because he's about to be off-world. And
so why can't he be off-world? Just, pit stopping. Why can't he be pit stopping? I stopped here, had some fun. Stopped here, had some fun.
No, because
he
still brings. No.
Yeah, I wanted that.
No.
Sure.
I got enough time before Obi-Wan to finish Clone Wars, then watch all the movies again.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm going to do starting next week. I'm starting with the first movie, and then I'm going to go all the way up, and I'm stopping at episode 7.
Damn, Ash.
I cannot bring myself to watch The Last Jedi. I cannot.
Oh my goodness.
I refuse.
Goodness gracious. Tristan, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I don't know if I should say.
What's your favorite?
I know this isn't a safe space.
I don't know.
It's really not. It never is. It never is.
I don't
You just
feel
gotta
safe.
stand on
Jamie,
it.
I don't feel safe at all.
Honestly, you just got to say it with your chest.
And
Just
stand
like
on it.
that.
That's it.
Okay, so
Say it with your chest, and there you go.
Okay, you guys. So for years, I wasn't really into Star Wars, right? But what really got me into it was The Force Awakens. So,
Same.
The Force Awakens.
Yes. It's the best of the 3 movies.
Okay. That's a safe one.
It is. Oh, I love The Force Awakens. Absolutely. Last Jedi and
Yeah, my biggest issue is Tristan, The Last Jedi went a different route. And then Rise of Skywalker overcompensated to make up for all the craziness that The Last Jedi did. So those 2 movies to me are just a hot mess. But Force Awakens, obviously until stuff like Mandalorian, Book of Boba, where we're at now, was one of the first times where it felt like Star Wars was back. The feeling I had always had as a kid, reading the books, watching the obviously the Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, and Revenge of the Sith. It was just that feeling of like, the world is just so much better when Star Wars is good, right? It's why I was so, and Trevon knows this. I'm so sorry, Trevon, I'm putting you through that every week. But I was screaming to everyone who was so against everything we got in Book of Boba. And I'm like, bro, you're getting good Star Wars. It doesn't matter if Boba's not in an episode. Who cares? The episode was good, right? Yep. That's all I care about.
Exactly.
That's all I care about. Star Wars is about the group project. You know what I'm saying? Boba was the guy that was like, damn, we did have a project due today. Did y'all finish it? Yeah, we finished it, Boba. Can I just put my name on it? Like, can I sign my name?
Exactly. That was
Yeah,
Mando.
right, Boba, sign your name.
See, I think my thing for Book of Boba was because I didn't know much about Boba Fett, or I guess I wanted to be reintroduced to him. And then just having kind of like Mando somewhat finish his story. I was like, oh, well, I wish I could have gotten a little bit more of him. But I definitely wasn't mad at the episodes where Mando was kind of reclaiming his story after being errand boy in season 2. So, I wasn't bad at it. I just wanted a little bit more Boba.
Yo, you know the crazy thing about thinking about season 2 as a whole now that we're done with Mando? The crazy part of that is Mando said to himself, I will die getting Grogu back to his own kind, right? Only for him to get Grogu back to his own kind, for Grogu to go, y'all didn't want to be here. Like I ain't even trying to be here. We're Mando. I'm trying to go home. I don't even want to be here. It's like, bro, why didn't you say that? I almost died getting you here. It's like, yeah, my bad, though. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. But to keep it in, Jamie, was there anything else gaming before we leave Star Wars?
Yes. One more thing. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting some DLC. It's going to be 6 different packets, I think, that are going to be pushed out from this year into 2023. And I think to get all of them, you have to pay like $25. I want to say.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Or if you have Nintendo Switch Online Plus, I think you just get it. It just comes with your subscription.
If you have the expansion pack.
Yeah. If you have the craziness.
The extra. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I first saw this, I was thinking like, why would they not just do like a free update? But with the craziness that's going on, and a lot of devs just be putting stuff out for free. I'm like, I'm $25. I feel like that's reasonable for the amount of tracks that they're doing. I feel like that's reasonable. Let me see how many. It's like
48.
28. Yeah. It's 48, a lot. It's 48. 48. Yeah, it's a lot of different tracks. And it's like tracks from like all the different Mario Karts that have come out. So I'm not mad at it. Yeah, even the mobile game. So I'm not mad at it.
There's a mobile game?
There is. It's Mario Kart Tour. Right? Yeah, Mario Kart Tour.
Everything. Yeah.
So I guess like after thinking about that and being like, you know what, let them collect their coins. Mario, you get some coins. Mario Kart 9, where is it? Why couldn't we, instead of doing this, bring all the tracks into Mario Kart 9? And then you could have charged 60. You could have charged 60 for those tracks, and then like whatever you're gonna put in 9.
Have you seen how much it's still selling? Mario Kart 8?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Nintendo games they do not go down in price.
They will never.
Bro, the first party Nintendo games do not go to on
I asked
sale.
somebody at GameStop. I said, bro, why is Let's Go Pikachu still $60? He said, dog, I don't even know, man. That's just Nintendo. And I said, Nintendo, like, how much older is this game gonna get before you just like, yo, we got the 90th Pokemon game out. Maybe we reduce this a little bit.
I saw Mario Odyssey on sale for I think maybe like $2 or $3 at the most. $2 or $3.
Oh, cheaper than 60.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
still,
I was about to say, if you saw that game for $2 or $3 somewhere,
no,
let me know.
I would have bought like 20 copies of it. But
you let me know right now. I'll go cop that right now.
No, yeah, Nintendo games, first party, they don't go down in price, which it's for games that have come out, like when the Switch first came out, I'm like, I guess, sure, if you want to do that. But for games that came out like 10, 15 years plus ago that you are porting to be like, hey, here's the remastered version of this game. I'm like, y'all.
When Mario 8 was on the Wii, right? It was on the Wii, right? Mario 8 was.
Yeah. It was on the Wii.
I appreciated Knights of the Old Republic only being $15. I was like, all right, bet I can do that.
Yeah, third-party games are where it's at if you're trying to save money with the Switch. But
good.
I don't know.
Gracious.
I'm excited for the remake on PS5 though. Can't wait for that.
You see, I say that, but then I'm also willing to pay like up to $300 for collector's edition of Breath of the Wild 2. So I'm part of the problem. I admit I am part of the problem, but I recognize that there is one. Okay,
you can admit it. At least you can admit it. Yeah, I'm waiting for Mario Odyssey Part 2. That's what I'm waiting for.
That's what that would be.
I don't know.
I don't think it'll be that. I think it'll call it something else though. It'll be a whole different thing.
Yeah, whatever you call it, Odyssey, Drodyssey, I don't care. Just release it. That's all I'm asking.
That's why I feel like Kirby and then Forgotten Land is kind of the Mario Odyssey for Kirby. So I don't know if they could do it, but I don't know. We'll see. It was definitely a very unique concept. But I did hear a rumor that Mario would actually get his own Muso game, which is what I mentioned before, just like you run through a battlefield and you just beat up a ton of people. Which I don't know how that would work. How would that work for Mario though? You'd never see him do that. Like,
bro, he got hands. I'm trying to tell you.
Not this again. He
got hands.
Jamie,
you know the sound the hands make. I'm out. You know the sound the hands make when he's punching them. Pop, 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 pop. That's the sound that they hear when he hit them. I'm telling y'all, yo. I'm telling y'all. All right, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever. I'm saying that's what they be hearing.
Oh wow.
All right,
Yo, Juwaan, you could end up underneath that bed.
y'all ain't gotta believe me, but when that game comes out, James, he throwing hands and all.
Wow.
You gonna be like, damn,
I can't
Juwaan
believe
was
he-
right. Not the
I can't
one.
believe
You know,
went
if he
there.
actually, that would be
Wow.
kind of fire if he did that. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, Jamie.
There are some rhythm games where, like, if you like hit somebody, you hit them to the beat of the song, so it'd be like boom, 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 boom.
Come on,
that would be kind of hilarious.
Pop, 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 pop. Come on, that'd be dope.
I
You
feel
better
like that would
stop
be
or
too
you
violent.
better stop
for
or you
Mario,
get
though.
copyrighted. You better stop.
That is true. You do the boop one more time. Do it one more time.
We gonna boop this video.
Yeah, we're gonna boop this video right out. All right, so I want to put this on for Ash because I want to go through this. Trevon, you came at the very end, but I
Yes,
want to
I
hear
did.
Tristan. I want to start with you, and then I'm gonna go to Ash. But we got a sizzle reel today for DC for them to kind of try to win back the fandom of DC with these 4 massive projects they have coming out this year. And it went something. I'm not gonna have the sound on, so I want us to talk through it because I'm not gonna have the sound. Wait, did everyone see it yet?
I saw it.
No, you saw it. Okay, so I'm gonna put the sound on. It's okay. They could strike it. It's a live video. Whatever. All right. Freaking epic. I want to go over some of these shots. One of my favorite shot I was saying earlier. This Trevon. This is what I was talking about when we podcasted yesterday. Look at this.
Yes,
Look how beautiful this suit is.
The suit. He looks phenomenal. Yeah,
That's fine. I'll allow you to go down that path. That's fine.
the suit is great. Sure.
Goodness gracious.
Yes.
James Wan, you just paid attention to every detail. I gotta see what's the need. Okay, all right. Should we get off of Jason Momoa? You okay? Goodness.
Now you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Ash, how are you liking this Black Adam suit?
Come back to me because I need to I need to get past my like where I'm at with
Tristan.
DC. So like come back to me. I'm just being honest.
I'll start with you. How are you liking this Black Adam look?
I like it. I mean, I'm not super familiar with Black Adam, but I mean, I've seen like his comic book costume, and I'm looking at that one. I'm like, it looks cool.
Looks good, right?
Yeah.
I was saying, Tristan, it's still hard for me to wrap my head around. Like, The Rock is a enormous individual, so it looks like he's popping out of the suit right up here. Like it won't fit on the actual neck.
Yeah.
So he's just like bursting out of it. But no, I mean, I love this look. Tristan, how much did you like this look here? Seeing that look there.
I don't really have much of an opinion on that. It's just him in a
I love that.
a shawl.
Let me see if I got a better shot. There we go.
Okay, that looks cool. Like with the cape. Okay.
Right. That's a better look.
Yeah.
Tristan, I'm gonna keep it with you for a
You're
second.
gonna fuck some shit up.
Your thoughts on this suit?
I like that suit.
That's the
suit,
main.
right?
That's it. He gonna fuck some shit up. Man.
That suit, like that's cool. Now that's really cool.
That is. I'm hoping, Tristan. I don't know this, and I said it earlier, and I could have been super wrong. I said it so much, I believed it. But I really do hope that the lines that are coursing through this suit is the Speed Force. And the faster he runs, the Speed Force is building momentum. Because that's the reason why I thought that was when you look here at the centerpiece, it looks like it's buzzing. Sorry, I let go.
Like it's flowing through him.
Like it's flowing through him. Like the Speed Force is literally oozing out of him. So I'm very curious to see. And look, Andy Muschietti, you ain't slick. I've noticed you've hid how this man runs from us. I'm only going to allow that a little bit longer. I need to see how the man runs, okay? Because I don't need a figure skater. So I need to see how the man runs, all right?
You think this helps him control the him
Speed
generating
Force?
too much?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like him generating too. I wonder if it helps him dissipate it.
For sure. Yeah,
instead of,
for sure. And look, my biggest question around this movie is, I'm going to fast forward all the way to the end. My biggest question is, There's a lot of rumors that this individual right here is none other than Eobard Thawne, pretending to be Barry Allen. So he could steal this Flash's Speed Force so he can go home. Because the rumor that's been around since this movie started was that there's an evil Barry and a good Barry, right? So we know our Barry has never had this look. He's had this look, right? So we know this is probably our Barry. It's just very curious who this Barry is and why he would need his help. So I'm hoping that it is Eobard Thawne and the true villain of this movie really is Reverse Flash, rather than giving us a very poorly version of Savitar from season 4 of The Flash, where it was just Barry. And it's like, that was underwhelming. Like, what was that? Like, you built up Savitar and it's like, it was me all along. That's stupid. So I hope that's the case, Tristan. And then one more thing I wanted your opinion on. Right here. You familiar with Dr. Fate?
Dr. Fate, like he's a magic hero, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I love magic heroes, so I'm really excited about that. And then the other guy was the Atom, right?
Atom Smasher.
So is he gonna? So they're gonna be going up against, because Black Adam is like an anti-hero, right? Not necessarily okay.
So right here, Noah is playing. I'll get to it. Is playing Atom Smasher.
Okay, I was wondering who he was playing. Okay.
Yeah, he's playing Atom Smasher. Oh. So look, I mean, I don't know, Tristan. I'll say this. There is a line right here. Let me go to the line so I'm not misquoting it. Hold on, let me go to the line. This line we get right here. Listen to this line very close. Recruiting. So I don't know if they're fighting something else together or if they're fighting him. I don't really know how well Atom Smasher does against Black Adam. Hawkman,
maybe they fight it first, and then they like, okay, why are we fighting?
Actually, very possible. I have no idea. Tristan, what were your thoughts on Hawkman?
I like the suit. The wings look really cool. I don't think I was gonna say we've never seen a live action Hawkeye, but no, that was I think on the DC show.
That was CW. Yeah, that was
CW. And Smallville, but on the big screen though. So I think I like the actor. I like the actor that they cast as well.
Aldous Hodge.
Yeah. He was really good on what was that, Underground? I think that's what I watched him on. And Leverage. I don't know if y'all are familiar with those shows.
I watched him on City on the Hill with Kevin Bacon. Yeah, I love that show.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that character, seeing that character.
Yes. And Jaime, I want to pass it to you because I just saw an interview with the cast of The Batman. And the one thing Robert Pattinson said that gave me chills is that his version of Batman is the version of Batman, Ash, you know, from the Ego series, where he's struggling to be Bruce Wayne. His first thing is to be Batman. That's all he wants, is to be Batman. He wakes up Batman, goes to sleep Batman. So you're seeing a struggle of him fighting to figure out who Bruce Wayne is. And I love that because it means you're digging deeper into the mythos. And he said that, and I'm like, that's what I was saying Christopher Nolan's Batman was missing out on, was the mythos of Batman. Don't make him too real. Don't make his world too real. It's not. So I'm saying the mythos and the mentality of Batman is. How excited are you to see this Batman movie, Jaime?
I would say I'm pretty excited. You know, it sounds like this Batman movie is going to give me a lot of things that I feel like the animated versions of Batman have given us in recent years, but that we haven't seen in a live action Batman. If we've ever seen it, it's been a long time. So I think I was very hesitant to see Robert Pattinson as Batman when I first heard the casting choice, but now I'm very excited to see what he'll do with the character and just how they're going to go about telling the story. I think is what I'm most excited about, because it's going to be, I feel like more of intellectual experience sounds kind of dumb, but I don't know, something where Batman don't have to think through it. I don't know. I feel like when I say intellectual, it sounds like pretentious. Like it'll be an intellectual experience.
No, I mean, look, the whole purpose of this movie is figuring out the greatest mysteries that the Riddler is conjuring. So it should be driven, right? Yeah.
That'll be like, I don't know. This could be my favorite Batman movie, but unlike AJ and Juwaan, I'm not just automatically like everything else is number 2 now because when the Batman comes out, like that's it.
Nothing else.
I'm waiting for it to come out because I'm not trying to put all that pressure on this movie.
Bruh, the Batman matters so much. A family member's birthday is in March, and I can't even remember the day or who. It's Batman month. It's Batman month, and then what makes it worse is it's Moon Knight. So I'm like, if your birthday is sandwiched in between Moon Knight and Batman, you don't exist to me. Batman is everything. And the reason why me and AJ are able to jump that far, Jamie, is because we've never felt this way just off of announcements, trailers. Like the feel that this Batman gives us, it's like we just get chills thinking about it. I was watching them do a group interview and I couldn't watch the whole thing. I was just too giddy. I was just like, okay, hold on. You're just telling me too much that's making my soul happy. Enough. I had to leave it. So this is just a feel unlike anything I've ever felt when it comes to Batman. Hell, I don't even like this Batmobile, and I like this Batmobile. Like that's how much I'm just ready for Batman. You know what I'm saying? I did want to ask you, passing to you, Trevon, who is for some strange reason hating on this suit.
I like this pattern is cool right here, but I don't know.
I can see what you're talking about. I can like
help me understand. What is he talking about?
Like
I don't understand. What are you saying?
It's very CG. I don't know. I don't know.
It looks, the only way I can think about it, it looks plasticky without.
Does a little
that's
bit,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
Like that's my thing.
You guys do remember, just throwing it out there again, not to change anyone's mind. Feel how you feel, but I just want to show you guys something because I feel like you forgot. That is what his suit looks like before. This is more what a Flash suit.
Where is suit like?
And
where,
I still don't. And I don't like
here,
either one.
that my mouse is on.
That's not the one he had before.
That is the one he had in Justice League. Yeah, it's the one he handmade. They just updated it a bit, but it's the same. It's the same suit. You can even see the wiring. This one is more so like what Grant's suit looks like now. That's what Flash's suit is supposed to look like, and it's not CG. I can tell you that. The suits is real.
Well, right here it's not. Right here it is not.
It's not CG. Correct. There. That's an actual mask.
You know, this color is the perfect color for a candied apple. That's all I can think.
Thank you. Yeah.
A candied apple.
I would love one of those.
None of this is CGI though, bro.
That helmet might be.
No, the helmet is one that he put. We only know that because we know what you call it. It's a cowl essentially, just like Bruce's is, and we know Batman's never had a CGI cowl. You see him take it off.
Listen,
but with the things coming down, I don't know.
No. That part might be CGI, or it's a lens that they just have dropped down. But that whole mask, this suit isn't CGI. Definitely not. Because you have fittings, so you don't need a fitting.
I'll wait till I see it in the movie or whatever. I'm sure I'll be fine with it. I mean, it's whatever. It's just Flash suit. That's not what I'm here for anyway. I'm here by his powers. So I don't really care about the suit.
And I want to be very clear. I'm not trying to get you to like it. I was just speaking to you saying it's CGI. It's definitely not CGI. I can tell you, Ezra will tell you, I had to squeeze in that thing. That ain't no computer programming. I was in it. I was in that suit. I did say earlier, Trevon, you came at the end of it. I did say when I first saw this shot, I thought of Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mm-hmm. And like when the eye thing dropped down, like it looks just like that.
It does.
But no, I'm very excited to see.
It might be meant to. Might have did it.
That's what I was thinking. It might be meant to. That's for sure. Yeah. But again, I want your constructive thoughts, Trevon, on our look at Aquaman. And our look at Aquaman.
I love when he came out of the waterfall in the first one. Like the movie was very like just beautiful. And I always say every time I watch it, I'm like, this looks
beautiful.
Way better than I ever thought it could look. Like it just everything, like even the movement, the everything about it was they put some real time and effort into getting this right. And I really do appreciate that, how they did Aquaman with that. Yep. I do like how they don't. I did not admit I didn't like how they talked in the other movies. This one they just went with it. They didn't even show us an airboat. They just like, hey, they could talk.
Yeah.
I was like, fine.
That was one of those things to where you just had to explain it.
And I feel like that was just a way for him to figure out something to do to get him to talk easier in the other movies. And then here they had time to think about it. That's what I feel like happened with the talking thing. Because I was like, I know she ain't gonna do the air bubbles every time. Ain't no way.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, I didn't put much logic into that. I'm like, they're talking underwater. Who cares? That's like the least of the things that I have to wrap my head around. That this
but I'm saying, but seeing the other movies and then seeing this, it does like jar you at first. You're like, oh, they're just talking now. Like, okay, cool. Okay, that's cool. It's different, but all right. I was used to the other way because I expected her to do that every time. I was like, yeah, this makes more sense.
Right.
And then like, I guess like I was even more impressed with Aquaman, the movie, after I found out that all their hair was CG. I was like, what? I was like, it's so cool. I was like, all their hair was pinned and all that was CG. I was like, that's amazing. They did a great job with that. They should have helped. What's that show that Marvel had? The Inhumans. Should have helped her hair.
Why do we? That show doesn't exist. Why do you?
Sorry, I just think about hair. I was like, they could do this. They should have helped them. Maybe that's fine. I'm just saying.
That show was the. The Inhumans was a superhero version of Everybody Hates Chris. And what I mean by that is, I thought that dad was the cheapest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. And then Marvel TV was like, hold it. We're so cheap. We can't afford Medusa's hair. So we're just going to cut that shit off. Like, I can't afford to have it flapping around and chopping people down.
I mean, honestly, it was better than when they had it. Because I was just like, what is this?
Yeah, but at least when you had it, it was comic accurate. It didn't necessarily have to look good. Much of that show didn't look good. But at least be accurate. When you cut it off, I was just like, well, then why do I care about Medusa now? Like, why do I care about the character?
Yeah, where's her ability? Yeah. So her ability is gone. Yeah. I don't know.
Like, but no, that's like telling me to watch a Sonic movie where, hey, now I'm just letting you know, he ain't got no speed in this movie. What the fuck? What am I watching then? To watch him walk? No,
Animal Planet.
Like, come on.
Now she's just a wife.
Right? Yeah. Now she's just a wife.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I didn't like that. But yeah, he looks great. It looks great. Yeah, it looks great. Looks as good as it did in the last movie. I'm very curious about this Black Adam story. I know we went past it, but I just don't know. Like, I mean, he's saying a little bit here. I'm like, I don't know much about Black Adam anyway.
Well, he was a slave. He was a slave on Kondak. And like, say it again.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna.
Yeah, you see it here.
Rock. No, I'm saying Rock going like. I think Rock going like do that. Like the slave.
Right right here.
He crying a little bit right there.
Oh, they're gonna go there. They're gonna go there with this, huh?
Now, what's very interesting is Black Adam wasn't this muscular his entire life. He was very small. So I'm very curious in this scene here, what the Rock's body structure is, because he looks as swole as he does now. And I'm like, the whole point was becoming Black Adam was to get the strength.
His face looks a little
to be able to
skinnier.
His face looks
skinnier.
A lot skinnier.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
They could do like what they did with Chris Evans, just get a skinny dude.
Right. Which technology has come a long way since then. That was just wow. You did the best you could for the time. I won't knock that, but damn, that was horrible. Every time I look back on that movie, I'm like, oh,
So
my God.
I mean, saw what they did with Robert Downey Jr. and that scene with the bar.
Yeah. I mean, look, we saw what they did with Luke.
Yeah.
That's not Mark Hamill. Like none of that is Mark Hamill. So yeah, we know they can do it. It's now technology's better now for us to wrap our heads around it and just looking better. So I'm with you on that. But yeah, Black Adam, this movie. Go ahead, Trevon.
I'm gonna say, do you think this all we're getting? Like, I know this a little spot they gave us today or whatever. Do you think they're gonna do anything for Super Bowl? Like, I wanted more.
No,
I want a little bit more.
Here's how you know they won't do anything for the Super Bowl. No way they show this 2 days before it. You know what I'm saying?
Companies do it.
This is like clip. This is like just little clips of everything. I want it.
But what companies do. But time out. What companies usually do is they'll show the sizzle and then it'll say "see more" during the Super Bowl.
True. Yeah.
There was none of that. This was just promotional to get the ball rolling. Because remember, we're only a few weeks away from the Batman. And then you blink and we're at Black Adam. You blink, we're at Flash. You blink, we're at Aquaman. It literally will go that fast. So it's just kind of getting the ball rolling of everything that's to come between these 4 films that are coming out this year. So yeah, no one wants to pay Super Bowl money. That's why they don't release things during. I was surprised Disney Plus did it for the Super Bowl last year. I was very surprised.
Oh yeah, for Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It's like over $1 million for ad space for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's why everyone pulls out. So I was
like 5 or 7.
Yeah. No, it's high. It's super.
Yeah.
It's so high. They were just like, oh hell no, nah. We got YouTube for free.
And we have popular actors like The Rock and
we have Twitter now. We have Twitter. We don't need Super Bowl. I'll just tweet it. But yeah, I don't need all that.
Let me see. So I don't know. So this is in what, July?
Yes.
Black Adam in July, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just every time I look at the Black Adam and I see how massive he is, I can't help but think he goes up against Shazam. It just don't. They don't.
About to beat his ass. Yeah.
They're not matching. It ain't. They're supposed to match. I'm not trying to knock it. I'm not.
But that's why I said, Trevon. That's why I said before, obviously, and I know this is going to trigger Ash some, but that's why I said before you messed up the things with Henry, the way you could have done Black Adam fighting Shazam is that Black Adam's fighting Shazam and Superman. So if Shazam prevails, it's not. Ain't no way in hell stick figure Shazam beat up the Rock's Black Adam. It's
now,
more.
Hold on now. Hold on. Don't say stick figure now. He not. That's
because he can bulk up.
He ain't this.
I know, but
he ain't this. It's the difference between Bruce Banner and Hulk.
Damn,
yeah, but Hulk still got his ass beat by Thanos, and look what happened to him.
Oh, well, Thanos was otherworldly.
Okay, so
that was a whole nother thing.
Because he's a little bit tinier.
Time out. Let's be fair.
Take him.
Let's be fair.
Size ain't what matters. That's what Luke said. That's what Yoda said to Luke.
Oh, of course, that's what Yoda said. Yoda was 2'2". I would say the same thing. Oh, size don't matter. Yeah, of course. Look how small you are.
Yeah, but Yoda could fuck shit up. Yoda was like how many years old? 2,000 years old?
Right. And what he
you
doing?
Ain't 2,000 years old.
What he do in Revenge of the Sith when Palpatine was like, "Yo, see me with them hands." Who ran? Who ran?
Talk about that.
Yeah, all right. Yoda ran. Yoda ain't want that Darth Sidious smoke. He ain't want no Sidious smoke. But Ash,
can't wait to see this movie.
I pass it over to you.
Mm-hmm.
Batman, Black Adam, Flash, Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling? I love.
You know what?
God, I love this shot.
And y'all are gonna hate me, and it has nothing to do with those other movies or nothing to do with the director who
feel like
that. No, it genuinely doesn't.
Listen,
we've paid our dues, but I feel like in the way that we're getting them, whatever. I don't care about like the politics, whatever. I feel as if we could have gone through like the actual Justice League before we before we got these characters. Like for the longest time I wanted to see my Justice League.
But I mean,
I wanted to see my Martian Manhunter. I wanted to see my John Stewart. I wanted to see my Shira Halls. I wanted to see all of them. And for me, I need to reconcile. But like right now, I'm all
That's
about
fair.
Star Wars.
But
So,
if you open your
where the love of my life is right now.
Kind of fair. I mean,
Yeah.
Respect. Yeah.
all right,
Thank you.
what's your question, Trevon?
I know I shouldn't like put a rule or the Batman movie, but I am for Catwoman.
Okay.
I really hope she is actually has abilities
Purpose.
or like
Oh,
I want her to be
ignore that.
not
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't want her to just be a regular person burglar. Like I want her to have the cat what's what I'm looking for. I still want
so lost.
when she dies, when she dies and the cats, whatever. Like I want that still. That's Catwoman I know. The mythos. Yeah,
like,
I want that.
The mythos, yeah.
I don't want her to just be a regular person. I don't want her to just be a regular, just a burglar that has long nails. Like I just don't want that. I want the 9 lives thing to really be a thing. Like I want her to be like, I have 9 lives.
You do know he is a real man. Like he doesn't have sonar and stuff, right? Like he's not a
But
bat.
the Catwoman that I have seen has
Michelle
died.
Pfeiffer.
And yes,
just
that happened to her
Pfeiffer,
too.
though.
That happened to her too. Like, so it's not she gets pushed out of the building, right?
No, I'm saying it just happened to Michelle Pfeiffer. That's what I'm saying.
Juwaan, cut it out, man. I like Halle Berry's Catwoman. Okay, so you're not going to do that to me.
Oh my God, you were talking about her? What? I keep trying to tell you, you can't count that. That's non-canon.
Excuse me, what?
That's your business.
It's not canon to anything.
That's your choice.
Excuse me, that's your decision. That is your choice.
I like her.
That is a singular choice.
Let me ask you this.
That
What
is
was
a
her
singular
name?
choice.
What was her name?
I know her name was, but still was a movie called Catwoman.
It was Patience something.
Patience Phillips. I know the name. Trust me, I love that movie. I know her name.
What's Catwoman?
I know who is that. That Catwoman.
That could have been that Catwoman. Another Earth. That was Earth. That was Earth 24X.
That was Earth mythos.
That was
Earth 24X. That was Earth 24X. That was the beginning of the multiverse right there.
The hell no. Hell no.
I enjoy her.
Multiverse.
Yes, it was.
With bat nipples.
Yes,
Put that movie with bat nipples.
I will fight you. I will fight you.
Goodness.
I love that Catwoman. I don't care. I
don't even love that movie, but I will defend it just because it makes Juwaan upset.
Bro, what was the premise of that movie? What was it? Cosmetics? What was like what
it was?
Cosmetics kills.
It was
killing them people.
It was.
Bro,
very realistic story.
To shut her up.
They
were trying to shut her
that
up.
Movie
really
was
they tried to kill her.
That movie was so
From
bad.
Your
I
point
remember
of view.
saying
she still died. The cats came, gave her abilities. I lived. I loved it. I don't care. She put on that damn suit and that attitude she got afterwards. Loved it.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Did you see Halle in that suit?
Loved
Did you see Halle
make the movie good? It just means she
Hell
looked
yeah,
good.
Did.
He had the whip, the fighting. Come on, man.
Exactly.
It was fun. Like, stop it.
If I need to see Halle Berry looking hot, I got Gothica.
The burglar.
I don't need Catwoman
in the place.
I don't need.
You just need to step out your comfort zone. You just mad because she wasn't losing kids in that movie. That's all.
That was so fun.
Losing.
That's so sad. That's so associated with
I will forever say,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Halle.
Shout out to that little kid.
They always do that to her, though. It ain't just you.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
everybody be catching strays. I was just praising her, and then she caught the strays.
Look, Trevon, you had true, all in the game. All in the game said he was with you till you mentioned Halle Berry's Catwoman.
And that's fine. I'm gonna stand on that hill because I definitely had that damn movie right here in here. I have it. I bought that motherfucker.
Yo, Tristan, I'll never forget. I remember when me and my dad left that movie. I remember we saw Gothica, and I remember going, Gothica has to get an Oscar. Just because it's like Halle Berry clearly was not trying to act in Catwoman, but she at least gave some effort to Gothica. where I'm like, well, at least Gothic, I could say, had some redeemable items about it, right? Like some of it was good. I just remember leaving Catwoman like, she wasn't even Selena Kyle. Like, you didn't even just do a black Selena Kyle. You completely made up a character for a character that exists. Very confusing. But that movie goes in the same vault as Bat Nipples and Credit Card.
That is
You
your
just,
problem. That is
that's
your
your-
problem
that's-
as well, because I love
That's
those
your
as well.
preference.
I don't care. I love those as well.
That movie
Sure
had
do.
that movie had an
I sure the fuck
wait, you
do.
know what?
And I'll
I know
stand
why
on it too.
Trevon liked both of those movies. They had numerous ass shots in both of those movies, just randomly.
I'm not gonna act like I
Just
didn't like
randomly.
that,
Pow,
but still, that's not
Pow,
the point.
pow.
It's still fun. I watch movies for fun, not for they have to fit this. No, that's not me. That's not.
So you was cool.
It
you was
never
cool
will be
with-
me.
You were cool with Bruce Wayne adopting a 30-year-old to come live with him? You was cool with that?
He didn't
Listen,
adopt him. Like, that's
sometimes,
not what he
sometimes
did.
it be like
If
that.
you can't take
not what
Batman at his
happened.
worst.
Then you don't deserve him at his best.
Not what happened.
No, that was the weirdest thing. His parents died and he was a grown man. And Bruce was like, yo, you want to come live with me?
You don't
Yeah,
you don't know what
He
was
got
going
so
on.
much
was helping
money, he
him
don't
out.
care. Shit.
Exactly.
He
He
trying to
was-
help
he was
somebody. He trying to help a
carrying
homie
on
out.
the
That big
Wayne
ass house. He's like, I don't
Foundation.
have to see you.
All right,
Shit,
I want to
come
get
on.
through some of these
Exactly.
comments before we get out of here. Let me get through some of these comments. Goodness gracious, my head is pounding.
You're
Catwoman.
welcome.
Oh,
I'm
my
at all these movies. I'm added to my list to watch. Thank you. Instead of Clone Wars.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Wait.
Instead of Clone Wars.
Wait. We were on a
This
listen.
all you guys' fault.
Whoa,
No,
whoa.
I
I
watched
was
these
on your
movies.
side. I was on your side. Don't punish me because of Juwaan. No,
I
I was
am-
on your side.
Clone Wars is pushed aside right now. Sorry. No.
See, Juwaan, look what you did. Look what you did, Juwaan. This is why we
Look what
can't
I
have
did.
nice things.
Hey, he gotta live with that. He gotta live with that.
Oh, I'm gonna live
And
with
then-
it and happy.
Nah,
Anyway.
you gonna be bullying him about it later. Like, why didn't you go watch the Clone Wars? You gotta live with it too.
Exactly.
You gotta live with it too.
Uh-huh.
No.
So remember,
'cause
when
look,
you
'cause
ask
no.
that,
No,
it's
no,
this
no.
moment.
Here's why I'm not gonna ask Trevon again. When
That's a
Ahsoka
lie.
series comes out next year and he ain't finished and he's asking questions, I don't even know who is that? What's that about? What's this? What's that? I'm gonna go, no. Remember? You wanted to watch Halle Berry. Go watch Halle Berry right now. Don't worry about Ahsoka series. Just go now. Go
That
watch
Ahsoka series
Halle
ain't coming
Berry.
out till 2024 or 5.
It's okay. You gotta
Okay,
have questions
listen.
for
Okay,
Kenobi. You have questions for Kenobi.
I'm being honest. I'm just being honest.
Trayvon, you need to toe that line.
That damn thing is not
Don't
coming
come
out
for
for like
Ahsoka
2
now.
more years. We got
Okay.
Obi-Wan this year, Mando next.
You
I'm
gotta have
telling
questions
you.
for both of them. Watch.
It'll
You
come
gotta
out
have questions
forever.
for both. All right. All in the Game says Aldous Hodge as Hawkman looked great in the quick shot of The Rock before becoming Black Adam. Felt like he was actually inhabiting a character, but quickly afterwards, it seemed like he just put on. What's up, Cena Nerd Podcast? Make sure you guys follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and keep up with their weekly podcast. All in the Game says the costume and became The Rock again. Hope the Batman's 3-hour run times fully justified. Wonder if
Yes,
Warner Brothers
please.
execs and James Gunn would both be interested in making. See, everyone says that All in the Game, but James
Took
Gunn
off
has made
work.
it very clear he does not want to do that. It's why, because some people don't know this, but the first project Warner Brothers offered James Gunn was Superman, and he said no. Like, no, I don't want to do that. So I think James Gunn's just
I
gonna
worried
kind of maybe
everybody would
take it
hate
a
him.
step at a time. Say it again,
Mhm.
Trevon.
I worry everybody would hate them because they're gonna make it like Guardians. They probably that's what they'll do. Like, it's gonna make it like Guardians. They hate that too.
And fans are gonna hate everything. Fans hated Thor in Thor 1 and 2, and then had the nerve to say, well, Thor and Thor Ragnarok was too comical. Well, you
Well,
didn't
they
like
were
the Thor you got
justified. They were
before.
justified with Dark World. They were
No,
justified with Dark
but I'm
World.
saying people were complaining about Ragnarok.
Not now.
You
Dark
didn't like
World has
those-
been vindicated.
Didn't like those
by
Thors,
Endgame.
so yeah.
By
Robbery.
This,
All
I
in the
swear they
Game
did that because of
says,
that.
All in the Game says Flash suit looks rubbery. I'm
See?
sure.
Mhm.
I kind of
Um,
felt that way about Shazam suit. The whole time I was thinking he looked like a big dodgeball. I didn't like a suit. I
Let's
don't
see.
like a suit.
How's Namor's Atlantis and Black Panther 2 going to look compared to Aquaman? Well, here's the thing. The characters are similar. So, I mean, it's probably going to look somewhat similar. And that's okay. Look, it's comparisons
Chaos.
people were making just when they mentioned Namor. People were like, "Oh, that's just an Aquaman ripoff." It's gonna happen. So there's nothing.
Honestly, I don't even know which one came first. Which one came first?
To me, it doesn't really matter. The characters aren't the same. Like, it's like when people are like, "Oh, Moon Knight's just Marvel's Batman." If you actually read Moon Knight, they're not even close to being it's the premise that's the same. The vigilantes that dress up and they're completely crazy, right? Everything else is different.
Bruce is
It's the same thing with. Well, no. I'm saying some people go Batman's a little on the crazy.
Titans Bruce is crazy.
Okay, that's not Bruce. Okay.
Yeah, don't base it off of Titans. Don't base it off of Titans.
Okay,
But
that is not Bruce. So just let's
there's gonna be comparisons, just like there's comparison. I mean, and Moon Knight doesn't help that it's coming out the same month as Batman. It doesn't really lend much help doing
Robert
that.
Pattinson Batman look a little crazy.
Yes.
He does.
He does. He really does.
Yeah. I mean, he said it in an interview. He said he's more like an untamed beast.
We do
like crazy. Fuck them up. Excuse my language.
But yeah, to All in the Game's point, there's nothing you can really do to really kind of squash that conversation. So all you can do is just when you kind of lay out Namor, people will just see that he's different from Aquaman. You know, theoretically, his mindset, his abilities, all those different things. It's
like Makari and Flash. They were doing the same thing.
Well, at least Makari is different because Makari can't run so fast. She can alter time. So that was just a clear difference between the two. And also it helps one's a female, one's a male. So it's like
but that wasn't that people was still
it was the power.
Same dumb assumptions.
Well, you can't
run, use momentum to hit. Same
those
thing,
people, those people you can't help.
Sorry, y'all.
Let me see. All right, so what they did with RDJ at the beginning in game when he looked, yes. Warner Brothers traditionally doesn't go all out for the Super Bowl, right? Sorry, I'm late. I'm making guys regret buying Call of Duty. Shout out to you, Mr. E. Apparently, All in the Game is saying it's $5 million for a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
I can change. I can change.
Okay, Trevon, you got a fan here. Mr. E says he's clearly joking because I know Mr. E, but Mr. E says Halle Berry is the greatest Catwoman ever. No one has ever come close. That's how you know he's joking, because no way you're taking Halle Berry over Michelle Pfeiffer. Like, there's just no.
Have you seen Halle Berry?
Have you seen Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman?
Have you seen Halle Berry?
Have you seen Michelle Pfeiffer?
And I'm asking you, have you seen Halle Berry?
Yes. As I walked by her to get to Michelle Pfeiffer. I walked by her to get to Michelle Pfeiffer.
Are we just gonna erase Anne Hathaway's Catwoman? Like, what do we think of that?
Yes.
Listen, I was so excited. I was so excited for that, but I didn't.
Listen,
I love Anne Hathaway.
We I mean, if we really want to go there, we can, bring up Eartha Kitt. So let's not forget her either.
I mean, yeah.
So, what you gonna say? What you gonna say?
I forgot her. Like, I forgot her.
Mm-hmm.
I respect legacy, but I forgot her. Michelle Pfeiffer was the best.
I've never seen her except for a clip. So
yeah, me either. That's that. I was just bringing it up to bring it up.
Just a clip.
Got to start a pot.
Yeah.
Got to start a pot.
Okay. All right. So
Tristian, I've never seen the movie she's in. I've just seen the clip. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Never seen the movie
Of Eartha Kitt. I've never seen her like in.
She was in a TV series.
Or whatever. I ain't seen that. So I'm just saying. All I saw was the clip. That's it. Of her.
So my question to you is Anne Hathaway your Catwoman?
I'm not saying she's my Catwoman because Michelle Pfeiffer, she was amazing, but I don't appreciate the erasure of Anne Hathaway as Catwoman.
That's right. Yes, erasure.
Exactly. I love Tristan going. No. Hold on now. I didn't say she was my favorite. I am going with Michelle Pfeiffer, but we ain't gotta step over her like that.
Yeah, exactly.
When I say
same with Halle Berry, same.
Exactly.
That's right.
You're right. I shouldn't step over Anne Hathaway, but I did step over Halle Berry, dirty shoes and all. I stepped right over that Catwoman. I mean, they was muddy, Trevon. Them boots was muddy as I stepped over.
She would fuck your ass up.
She thinks she might. She thinks she might. That slow ass whip she had. Man, that slow ass
What movie were you watching?
Indiana Jones would wax Catwoman with the whip.
No, he wouldn't. He
slow
old.
as hell.
Talking about? He old. He talking about?
What the hell is she bucking? What is this?
Keep in mind,
80. He about to be 80 in Indiana Jones 5. What you mean?
Keep in mind though, in that movie, wasn't she like she was blessed with powers by like the Egyptian cat goddess, so she was pretty much a demigod. So her whip wasn't the most important thing about her. Like Selena Kyle needs it. Selena Kyle needs it. She doesn't have superpowers.
Exactly.
So shout out to Tristian, yo, because I thought she fell in a bad of makeup and cats came and licked her face and she was like,
what? Now come on.
I don't know. That movie was so
and you know who those cats were sent by? That damn God. That's who it was sent by. So there you go. She still got power. So when your Catwoman got powers and can like save people, come talk to me. Because other than that, she ain't got nothing.
Here's the thing. I don't like Catwoman as a hero. So I like my Catwoman Robin Banks. So I'll stick with that. I like that. I don't need her being a hero that stops cosmetic companies. I don't need that. No.
She can be an anti-hero, you know.
For sure.
Really good, but
bad. She still robbed banks. Like,
yeah. That's true.
What did you want to be a selfish reason that she did it? Is that what you want? Because I can give you that scenario too for the movie too. For the Catwoman movie. I said, did you want her to do it for a selfish reason? Is that what you wanted? You want her to stop the cosmetic company for a selfish reason? Is that what you wanted?
No, I wanted her to be Selena Kyle.
You could say she just did it just to save her friend from dying. Her friend was using the crap. And she was like, I want to give back for that. How about that?
That's even stupider. No, I hate that.
I mean, what do you see? I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want then. Like she had many reasons to do it.
No, Trevon, I think you're thinking my issue.
I know you just hate it, and that's fine.
Yeah, my motivation is just everything.
That's fine.
Yeah, that goes right up there with Thor: Dark World. Anyway, okay. All in the games that what's Trevon been smoking? I don't know. Dr. Fate's suit is so shiny. I love it. All of the JSA suits look great. Wish Shay was in it though, but I guess they're saving him for something else. Well, yeah, Jay Garrick should appear in a Flash movie before you put him in a JSA. I mean, he's technically in a JSA in Stargirl. But yeah, I kind of would, because remember, Mr. E, the original script for the Flash years ago when it was supposed to come out was Tom Hanks as Jay Garrick. Tom Hanks was supposed to be Jay Garrick, and it went downhill from there. So I remember it was supposed to be the his rogues gallery. So Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, all those characters are supposed to be the bad guys. With Jay Garrick being Tom Hanks, and they fucked that up. So good job there. All in the game says Namor came first, Trevon. All in the game says I'm taking Anne Hathaway's Catwoman over Halle Berry. You know what it is, Tristan? Let me just say this really quick, Tristan. You know it made me not like her Catwoman is when her goggles came up as cat ears. And I was just like, oh, no.
That was cool. That was
I'm like, we're branding out
here. But you ain't got no problem with Batman's ears. So you got a problem with Catwoman's ears? What's wrong with her ears?
What did Batman's ears do?
What did Catwoman's ears do?
They were goggles that she put up.
Okay, she was being innovative.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta wear a headband and goggles. You gotta put one
exactly.
I tell you what, the next time Batman pops the little thing off of his cowl and shanks somebody with it and pops it back on, I'll give you that. But till then, I thought that was ridiculous.
Has he ever rammed anybody with his ears? Just like
they're not meant to be weaponized.
Why not?
He gets
somebody's eyes out.
So then maybe the goggles were weaponized. You don't know that. Why are you assuming that it didn't serve a purpose?
Does it help, Ash, that I also didn't really like much of The Dark Knight Rises? Like, it wasn't just...
Oh, neither did I. I just don't make my argument to make my argument.
The only movie that exists in that trilogy is The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Exactly.
I'll stand on that.
Yes, I guess.
Wait, what do y'all... Wait, hold up. What do y'all have against Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises?
I honestly,
one at a time. Go ahead, Ash. One at a time. Go ahead.
I forget Batman Begins exists. If I'm being completely honest,
absolutely.
I completely forget that Batman Begins exists. The Dark Knight Rises. It's a good movie. It is. But Talia, what was it? What was that at the end when she died? Bane, like my biggest thing was he should have just remained the villain throughout. Like we didn't need that little twist with Talia. Like
that was a cool twist though. That was a pretty cool twist. I thought that was a cool twist. Where it was like, that was my father. And it was like, oh, so you did mean something. Like I was stretching the whole movie, like, who are you? Why are you still getting screen time? And it's like stab. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Then with the whole heart, like all of the aftermath, like with Harvey Dent and like him dying, and then all of a sudden all of Gotham is just gone to hell. Like it just, like if the Dark Knight had ended on the Dark Knight, I would have been a happy person.
Well, remember, that's what Christopher Nolan wanted. But Warner Brothers was like, no, we need that third. And he was just like, all right, so are y'all cool if I don't try for this third one?
And you know what? They did not try.
So I will say this, Tristan, my issue before we go to Jaime and Trevon, my biggest issues of the Dark Knight Rises. Batman Begins, cool. Even though that's not Ra's al Ghul, not even slightly. I don't know what that was. That must have been like light version. You know, like instead of getting the heavy version, you get the light version. That was the
Earth
light
260. That was Earth 260.
Yeah, that was the whole multiverse.
I keep telling you.
You know what?
I'm part of the multiverse.
I just remembered that Ra's al Ghul was in the same universe as Halle Berry's Catwoman. That's what it was. That's why it seemed like he wasn't the real Ra's al Ghul. Anyway, my problem with The Dark Knight Rises was, I'm going to just list them really quickly. Christopher Nolan came out in an interview and said, I have no interest in doing a Robin. Only to make the motherfucker's name Robin as you made him Nightwing, right? 2, he had no training.
Forgot about that.
Right?
Forgot about that.
He was just a cop, so he only knows how to do cop shit. No fighting, none of that. No martial arts, nothing. He just left him. 3, sorry. Batman retires? Where the fuck they do that at? Where they do that at? Last time I remember Batman died in Gotham. Okay? 4. And this is probably my favorite one. I want to know how you got out of the pit and then ended up in Gotham in what seemed like a few hours. How the hell that happened, right? And then most of all, don't ever have Batman telling Commissioner Gordon who he is in that way. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that was like a really cute way to do that. That was nice. It brought it all together. No.
It was
that
full
was what
circle.
Warner Brothers wanted.
It was a full circle.
No, that was the Warner Brothers circle.
That was one of those things where we're just like, you had like because I thought Batman died, right? And I was like, you know what? I can accept that. This whole universe needed to die. And then when I see him in a fucking villa with Selena and Alfred, I'm like, wait a minute.
Let that man get his happily ever after. Let him get his happily ever. He deserves it.
Tristan, hold on.
No.
All he did was say, you know what? I know Gotham is like the cesspool of villains, right? Of the worst of the worst. They're always in Gotham. He legit said, I'm going to leave this with a year 3 cop. Figure that shit out, right? You don't even have an Alfred to help you through it. You just figure that shit out. This is
don't know. Hey, it ended right there. I always saw the last scene was that guy going into the Batcave, and he was going up. So like going up into the Batcave. So we don't know what resources were there for him. Like,
don't say that guy. He has a name, and his name.
Robin. Yeah, Robin.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Robin Blake.
Yeah,
you're complaining about like we had to watch an entire movie with that guy. Like it was literally just the ending. Like, oh, here's who may take who's probably
here's the deal.
That made no sense when she said, "Why not just go by your real name?" And I'm like, "Okay, what's she about to say?" Robin. I said, "What?"
It was a nice little nod to Robin.
No, go all the
way.
That was that world's version of Robin.
Richard Grayson.
So wait.
They could have said that.
So he's the only person who's ever held the mantle of Robin.
Who? Dick Grayson?
Yeah, because she's saying that Robin's name is Dick Grayson, but other people have held that mantle. So my point is that anybody can be under that costume. That was the whole point of The Dark Knight Rises. Batman can be anybody. Yes,
my issue wasn't that. My issue was his legal name being Robin.
Let that man's name be Robin.
You know, my
That's
issue
not
with
my Robin.
One issue I had with Dark Knight Rises.
Go ahead, Trevon.
I was so bored I fell asleep in the theater. Let's move on.
No.
I'll just be honest. I'll just
We
be
got some
honest.
comments here.
Hey,
Ash,
listen,
Ash, I think this is for you. Terrible takes there on Batman Begins. Very good origin movie. The Dark Knight Rises has a lot of issues, though. Mr. E says the ending of The Dark Knight Rises was atrocious. The ending of Dark Knight Rises kind of made me feel the same sickness that Titans does when it comes to Batman.
Okay.
Where it's just like, when it comes to Batman, hold on, let me finish.
All right. Great,
when it comes to Batman, because I'm like, how do you hate a character this much? How do you hate Batman this much? You are just willing to deprive him of everything that makes him Batman. Batman Begins, he was yearning to be the symbol of hope. The Dark Knight, he realized that he couldn't be the symbol of hope. And then The Dark Knight Rises, this motherfucker goes, hey, I'm out.
I quit.
Tried.
I quit.
Can't do this no more.
Quit.
So
he's like, I got my back broke. I quit.
you know, I'm not.
Hey, that's a perfect excuse to retire.
Not for Batman.
But you know what? That scene, though,
not for Batman.
Let that man have his happily ever after.
No, but Trevon, say what you're thinking. Say it. Go ahead.
Christopher Nolan was a director that wanted it to be grounded, right? And separate and all that. Is it Matt Reeves saying the same type of thing? That's what made me nervous.
You want to know the difference? The difference is if you heard Matt Reeves, the first fandom, when you heard him breaking down what he wants his Batman to be, how he wants this universe for Batman to shape out. And then you listen to Christopher Nolan, who is saying very different things. Very things of I want my Batman to be very realistic, right? Matt Reeves is saying, I want the mythos of Batman to be alive. I want the mythos to be brought back to Batman. I want a detective. I don't want a Batman who has to very solely rely on Alfred and Lucius. Motherfucker doesn't do it. And then here's the funny thing. Whenever I say Christopher Nolan's Batman wasn't a detective, you know the one thing everybody says to me? Who about the bullet? You mean the fucking bullet Alfred helped him out with? That's the bullet? What detecting work did he do? He walked in and Gordon was like, yeah, these two people were shot. And Batman was like, oh, there's a bullet in that wall. Let me go ahead and take that. What was being a detective in that? He looked at it and said, I'm going to take it.
There was no detective work. Except when
Nolan didn't believe in those elements of Batman. And that's why I said, when I watched it and I looked at his Joker that was causing pure anarchy, that never felt like Joker to me. I understand if people loved it, that was Joker for them. I'm not here to have a whole tear down of that Joker. It never felt like the Joker. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate it. And I know people, and we're not starting an argument on this, we're wrapping it up. But that's why I appreciated Jared Leto's take, where the Joker is more of a gangster. The Joker is more so of, it's very organized crime. It's not pure anarchy. Jared Leto, to me, the Joker would never set $1 billion on fire just cause, right? That to me is just like, I don't see the Joker ever doing that. So that's why I didn't like what they went with the Joker. I thought he was trying to go too psychological and it just kind of missed the mark. But when you hear Matt Reeves talk about the Batman, it sounds like Batman the Animated Series. Everything that made that TV show great. So that's what I'm saying by my difference in ideology between the two. I'm not saying I'm right. That's just how I feel about the difference of the two.
I'm hoping you're right.
I'm hoping I'm right too. I put a lot. I put a lot of money on this horse trade. I bought Tuesday. I bought Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to see the Batman. So picture if I see it Tuesday and it's bad. I'm like, damn.
I have Tuesday and Thursday, and I am buying Saturday. So I'm hoping I want to see all three of those. I'm really hoping I want to see all three. That's all.
Well, see, Mr. E saying the argument I had with people a billion times. He's saying Jared Leto's Joker was like Takashi. What's his name? Shit, I forgot the director. Not David Goyer. David Ayer. What David Ayer was aiming for was, what would a Joker look like today? And if you see most of these stupid kids running around, they got tattoos everywhere. They got the grills in their mouth. They think that's the look you have to have. They have the flashy pink purple Lambos. So I'm like, that to me is what a Joker today would look like. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I never looked at that like, what? And we've seen a Joker in the comics look like that before. So again, I just thought it was a more mobster take on Joker. And I thought it was a very fresh and new take. And I wanted to see more. I was very disappointed when Birds of Prey was just like, and then off screen, he's gone. What? Like, I can't see him just a little bit.
Because WB is reactionary. That's why they did that.
Yeah.
Well, also, remember, there was a beef between Jared Leto and Warner Brothers. Because remember, Birds of Prey came out after they did the Joker movie. So remember, he was very upset. They chose to do a Joker movie, but not with him. It was like, well,
reactionary.
As they should have. As he should have.
Yeah,
that's
like,
why they
I
did
should
it.
have been upset.
Why even greenlight that movie? Yeah, reactionary.
We were
To wipe
always
him out.
supposed to get Harley and Joker. That was supposed to be a movie.
With that
And
backlash.
Yeah, it fizzled out. So again, but also that's a very toxic couple to put together in a movie. But again, look, Warner Brothers is at where they're at now. All I can ask people to do is give them a chance. If you don't like the movies, no problem. It's not for you. No problem. But give it a chance, because the more people don't see these movies, or the more people shit talk these movies, the more we'll be in a continuous loop of, I got to change everything to appease these people. And it's like, don't do that, right? Don't cave into that. Listen to the people that liked it and hope that can carry you. And fix some of the small things that maybe might be bad.
I don't want to see what happens with this merger. Let's see what happens to DC after this merger is finished.
When does this merger happen?
It's been approved. So
it
slowly happened.
April, May.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I want to see, like, again, like, and I've always been more invested in the DC shows, the comics itself, like the animated stuff itself. So like for me, regardless of what they're doing with the DCEU, I also want to see what are they doing with the non-DCEU stuff. I want to see what, like, they gave us like little snippets of like small things that they're putting out. They're doing the Bat Family show. They've brought back Young Justice, right? They're doing the Super Friends with Crypto the dog, whatever all the case is, like
Super Pets.
Yeah, Super Pets. I want to see what else are they going to do? What other, copyrights, whatever they want to call it, are they going to bring out that is beyond, right, beyond the Bat Family as well? Because that's a sure thing they're always going to go to. I want to see these heroes I want to see these heroes that usually don't get the chance to shine, like we're seeing with Naomi. Exactly, with Static Shock, right? We have Naomi on the CW that's dragging a little bit. I need them to pick that up a little bit more. And so, like, at the end of the day, for me, DC is not just the movies. That wasn't the thing that made me fall in love with DC Comics. It was the shows, it was the comics, it was the animations, and that's why I want to see what are they doing to push that. What are they doing to appeal to those fans? Because right now we sitting high and dry. We ain't getting nothing from them there. So like that's also I want to know what we got. That Injustice movie.
I like Titans. Again, I like the Injustice movie. I enjoyed the Injustice movie.
I like Titans. That was not Injustice.
I enjoyed it.
It was just
that was not Injustice.
Look, again, Ernie Allbacker is a good friend of mine. I like that he tried to combine as much as possible to make it entertaining, to be able to do a part two. I know, Ash, there were no. I said he was doing it to leave the door open to do a part two. He wasn't trying to make it as one solid movie. He's trying to
scare me now.
See, that's kind of an issue I have with a lot of things, where it's just like, just make one solid thing. If there happens to be another, then do another solid thing. Don't do something in anticipation for doing something else. I'm not saying that that's like wrong, but there are so many projects that do that now, where you can't just tell a solid story in like an hour and 30 minutes. You have to try and make it like a whole franchise. Those are usually, they tend to be the stories like most recently where I haven't like fallen in love with them as much as something where it's like, this is a standalone thing, a passion project. We just wanted to put it out there. And I'm like, I want more of this. Why isn't there more of this?
That's what I loved about Boba Fett. I love that Boba Fett was able to, in my opinion, achieve both. It was able to give you your answers, which everyone's answers was, did he ever survive the Sarlacc pit? You now know. You now know how he survived it and how he got up to where he was in season 2 of Mando. And then it was telling a larger Star Wars story because Star Wars is never singular to where it's just one spot. It should never be that. Star Wars should be larger. It's why you saw Mando go to so many different planets, interact with Ahsoka, meet Luke at the end, meet Boba, meet Bo-Katan. It's expansive. It's always been. It's why I tell people where they're like, I don't really need a universe, like universe building. I'm not saying you're saying this, Jaime, but people that are like, I don't need a connected universe. And I'm like, that's comic books. You'll never come across any kind of Power Rangers. Trevon could speak to this. Jason David Frank has been in almost every goddamn season of Power Rangers. Why? It's a connected universe.
Because he's the best Power Ranger. That's why.
No shade. I'm saying
just
it's
hold
connected.
on.
No, I'm
okay.
J-Bob's like, that's right, and you gonna know he's the best Power Ranger.
to me, and Tristan, I want to hear your thoughts. We're getting out of here. But to me, I like things to connect. I like to know that it's not just here. Even thinking back when you were young playing with your action figures, you didn't go, okay, this is Batman. I'm only playing Batman. Okay, now I'm putting you down. Now I'm going to play with Mario. Okay, now I'm putting you down. No, you brought them all together. You're playing with them all. So I'm like, even as a kid, your whole mentality was building. It was world building. You wanted everything to come together. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people that say they don't want a connected universe, but will play Smash Brothers. I'm like, what the fuck do you think that is? like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's always a celebration of bringing all these different stories together. And that's why I love what Marvel's doing. I love what DC is trying to do. I love what Star Wars is doing. You're just building a cohesive universe that comes together. It should never be a singular story that you're focusing on. It's about the bigger world. But Tristan, how do you view that? Do you view it as more so just go self-contained, or do you like the broader building of everything?
Yeah, I like the broader building of everything. Like when it comes to stories, my favorite part is the world building portion of it. Like, okay, yeah, we're following this group of characters in this small corner of the universe, but like, throw me hints that there are other things and other heroes, and there's this huge mythology and vast history there. That kind of goes back to what I was saying about Fast Color, the movie Fast Color last week. Like, even though it's a very self-contained story about this family, there's all these little hints that there's a larger mythology at play. Now, I do think they should be more. I do want to see more films that, like, they leave you breadcrumbs for a sequel, but for the most part, it's self-contained. Like the way Fast Color ends, it's like now, like all these years later, now they're going to do a TV show continuation. But if we never got another movie or another show for that, it's like, okay, that told a complete story. I'm good with it. So
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Well, like, I'm more accepting of that if it's non-superhero, right? If it's non-superhero, that's perfect. But in a superhero world, it's never the end of a story, right? It's never like, all right, Bruce Wayne became Batman, he beat Joker. Could he come back, right? Like, no, of course Batman's coming back. There's Two-Face he's got to fight, Riddler. You know what I'm saying? So in non-superhero, I agree with you too. Take it slowly, see how it goes, and then progressively continue to work. But superhero, your goal is to always build a Justice League. Your goal in the Marvel is to always build the Avengers. It's never to do Iron Man and then maybe he comes back and Captain. No, it's world building, right? You don't ever want to see Luke and then go, is Luke coming back? No, Luke should be back. We got shit to do. Thrawn's up there causing chaos. You got shit to do, Luke. Get back to work. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you and Jaime are saying, and that's why I appreciate movies like Black Panther. I tell people all the time, if you never watched a Marvel movie and you only watch Black Panther for its cultural accuracies, whatever, that movie does not tell you that it's connected to anything till you get to the end credit scene. There's no mention of the Avengers. There's no mention of a Stark, anything like that. Its focus is purely on telling Black Panther's story. And that's how you should do movies. To where it's very small Easter eggs that you go, okay. All right, I saw Iron Man on TV. I know it's connected. Something small like that. I'm not saying I ever need Captain America in an Iron Man movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. But just through dialogue so it connects, just through pictures. Shazam. Even when he opened his drawer and it was the Batarang, but it was Ben Affleck's Batman's Batarang, so you knew, okay, it's connected to that, right? Just small things like that. Even the end credit scene of Superman showing up at his school, right? Just small things like that. But I'm with you. Tell self-containing stories, but do leave the breadcrumbs so we know it expands itself, right? You know, because I would have been very disappointed if Book of Boba ended and it was just Boba Fett. It was just all Boba Fett. You didn't bring in anyone cool. It was just Tusken. It was Tuskens, Boba, and some Pikes. That sounds boring as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, spice it up. Throw all kinds of stuff on that meal. And that's what they did.
They gave us Cad Bane.
They gave us Cad.
They gave us Cad Bane. Like they really gave us Cad Bane.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to get to this really quickly. All in the Game asks, is Naomi 13 episodes like Stargirl or dragged out over 22 episodes? I think it's somewhere in between there. Stargirl only does 13 episodes because of its budget. It spends a lot of money on the suit, the fantasticals of it, so they shorten it. Naomi might be, because I haven't really seen anything that I'm like, that budget, they spent a lot on that. I think the most money I've seen so far that they've spent on that show is the first or second episode where it looks like Superman is fighting someone and causing chaos. Like, oh yeah, that's where some of the money went. So I don't know off the top of my head all in the game. But I'd probably say
I'm looking for it.
More long-winded. Let's see. We could have had the Amazing Spider-Man 5 by now. I'm glad we didn't go that route. We would have never had Tom Holland. And I feel in my heart Tom Holland is the best acclamation of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. His Spider-Man was the only Spider-Man, in my opinion, for me, I felt the most emotion for through his whole journey. So to me, that was I'm glad we got Tom Holland. Let's see. Y'all touch on Marvel content leaving Netflix early on in the show. No, we didn't. We can. Tristian, you care at all about the Marvel Netflix shows leaving Netflix?
I really hate that I didn't finish. Like, I haven't finished Daredevil season 3, Jessica Jones season 3.
Oh Lord!
I never did finish.
Oh wow!
Iron Fist season 2. Like, I'm kind of anxious about it. Honestly, I'm like, dang, do I have time to finish these? I'm like, nope, I don't. If they're gonna like introduce them to the MCU or they're gonna get Disney Plus shows or something like that, I'm all for it. But I don't think they should just. I feel like those shows are pretty decent. So obviously we got Daredevil in the MCU, but I don't feel like they should just get rid of those shows and not do anything with those characters. Or I mean, at least put those shows on Disney Plus or something. Like, I'll be really disappointed if there's another 5 to 10 years before we see something else with those characters.
Well, now I kind of feel like really shitty where I'm about to go. Have you seen Spider-Man or Hawkeye?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we're well out of purview. So spoiler alert for anyone who doesn't want to hear this going forward, but Matt Murdock exists now, and Kingpin exists now, and we're about to get Iron Fist somewhere down the line in Shang-Chi.
Okay.
So these characters are going to pop up, but it was removed from Netflix because they no longer own it. So I believe Feige will now just put it on Hulu. But even if he doesn't put it on Hulu and he trashes it, in my opinion, I'm not saying he should trash it. I'm saying if it does, I'm okay with it purely because I believe he's going to change a lot of the elements of those characters from the Netflix series to what they're going to be doing in the MCU. Like, I don't see Daredevil being as brutal as it was. I don't see Punisher being as brutal as he was. If it's the same actor, clearly we know Kingpin and Daredevil are. So I see them altering it a bit, even maybe the stories. Because hell, we just saw a part of Kingpin's story we've never heard of, right? Where did that come from? That's new. So already you've changed something. I never knew that Matt Murdock interacted with an Avenger. That's already changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's already small little increment changes with these characters so far. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, I don't think you really need those shows as a blueprint for what you're about to get.
Now, do you guys want to see those actors brought back? This like Jessica
Yes.
Jones, Iron
All of
Fist.
them. If you're bringing
Yes.
one back, I want all of them.
Yes.
I want all of
Yes.
them.
I feel like Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones. She did really well. Like I can't imagine
Yes.
anybody else.
My favorite. My favorite.
I'm kind of sad because I started watching Jessica Jones over winter break, and I actually really enjoy it. So hopefully she comes
It was
back.
good. It was really
Well, there's a rumor you guys could be getting her as soon as She-Hulk this year. So
good. That would be cool.
look out for it. Every good lawyer has a PI on retainer. And there's no better PI in New York
Than Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. So you could be getting it as early as that. So like I said, me mentally, I can plan out exactly where everyone would go. We got Daredevil already, right? I thought that would have come down the line. We got him. Iron Fist, the perfect time. And I said this when Shang-Chi was announced. I remember saying this to Joel. The perfect introduction to him is if there is a mass tournament that Shang-Chi joins. And then the trailer right before it fades to black says, and the next participant, Danny Rand. And we're like, no, Danny Rand. Like, and we actually get to see him in full costume, fists glowing in all his glory. Chef's kiss. And then once they announce She-Hulk, that would be kind of like this jokey kind of, law comedy. I'm like, well, Jessica Jones would be perfect because she's a balance of gritty humor with what I assume is going to be office type humor for this She-Hulk series, right? So I'm like, I can imagine her there. And then Luke Cage could pop up literally anywhere. Anywhere you want Luke Cage to pop up. He could pop up in a Spider-Man movie for 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always wondered why you never protected Harlem. And it's like, don't worry, I got Harlem. It's like, oh shit, that's Luke Cage. All right, great. Moving on. So
Bring Miles.
Oh, Miles is coming. Oh, did you hear the rumor, Jamie?
I guess not.
That Spider-Man 4 supposedly is about Peter is about Peter mentoring Miles. So he won't be Spider-Man. But you know how the game did it, Jamie, to where he met Miles and he was kind of like that big brother to him. That's what the movie's supposed to be doing. And then it'll probably end where he gets bit. And then the next movie is like, shit, now I have to train him how to be Spider-Man. So it's going to go along those lines. The game did it flawlessly. It didn't take away from Peter, focused on Peter, and it just blended Miles. Yeah. But it never substituted each other. Yes. Until we got the Miles game where it was like, damn, how can we make this to where it's Miles focused, but Peter doesn't get in the way? Oh, I know, Peter, you got to get the fuck out of New York. Like, you got to go. Take a trip somewhere. Get the fuck out. So Miles,
now you feel like because he felt like he can. He's like, you know what? I can take a trip now. I got somebody.
Right. Yeah, I got somebody. Yeah. Yo, Peter is vicious for that. Peter was just like, MJ, we going out of town, but I gotta be Spider-Man. And MJ was like, can't Miles do it? And he was like, oh yeah.
Yes, he sure can.
I didn't train him yet, but I think he should be able to handle it. Like, you just fought a Sinister Six, and he's like, yeah, he should be able to handle this. It's fine.
All them in jail.
Yeah, you're good. Trevon, you know what Peter was thinking? It's not like they've broken out of jail before. Right. That was the whole premise, Peter.
I've only been gone a month. He'll be all right for a month or two.
What he probably thought was who trained me? He was like, he has to learn the hard way.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
But wait, Jamie, didn't Peter tell Miles that? Where he was like, yeah, I learned a lot of this on my own. I didn't have anyone to train me. You're lucky. You got me. And Miles was like, yeah, I can't wait to train. And Peter was like, about that.
But look, he gave him a suit and he gave him training.
Yeah.
He put training all around.
He put the little training bots around the city.
So, I mean,
whoop my ass.
Yeah. He looked out for Miles barely. And I love when he's on the phone and he's like, yo, Miles, you need me to come back? And Miles is like, no, I got it. As Miles only destroyed half of Harlem.
Lying.
It's like, no, I got it. Yeah, Peter comes back.
Oh my gosh.
What happened to Harlem? Don't worry about it.
I can't wait for the next game to come out. That'll be great.
All right. Finishing up these comments. Peyton says they gave us Cad Bane and took him away. Cad Bane's not dead. There's a reason why you heard the beeps going on.
I thought that was battery dying. I'm like, ooh.
No, I took it. Look, I'm not saying this is accurate. I didn't write the show. I don't know this for fact, but I took that as heartbeat. His heart was still beating. I took it as that. So I'm like, no way Dave Filoni brings him back just to kill him in literally
yeah
and a half.
But
but I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if he stayed dead.
Yeah, he did the AirPods doo-doo-doo. Like,
well, I mean, look, if he stays dead, I'm not going to be mad because Dave Filoni's original concept was for him to die in Clone Wars. So part of me can't be too mad, but you know, again,
honestly, he could be dead right now. He could be dead right now, and then down the line they were like, "Oh, actually, he wasn't." So he's back again.
I feel like if he wasn't dead, they would have.
I mean, they could easily do that. Easily.
I feel like they would have said something at the end of the episode, like, "Hey, where'd his body go?" Somebody.
I mean, you thought Boba Fett was gone.
Jamie?
You thought Boba Fett was gone, right?
To be fair,
they made that up.
Said that, but they thought it was more important to tell us about the sheriff no one gave a shit about. Like, hey, he's still alive. I thought he was shot in the shoulder. I never thought he was dead.
Yeah, I didn't think he was
when
dead
I saw him in the back there, I'm like, why would you waste an end credit scene?
They made sure we knew he was still alive.
Yeah.
But Trevon, when he fell down, he was doing this. So I'm like, I always thought he got shot in the shoulder.
And then the guy when they came from Freetown said that he just he shot him down in cold blood. So I was like, he is dead. But I didn't think that he was. I just thought that he injured him.
Mind game, I'm telling you, mind game.
Exactly. I was like, I thought Cat just because if he was dead, he would be dead.
Maybe they were trying to protect him by saying that he's already dead, so that way people aren't looking for him.
Maybe.
As long as you just don't go around telling people I'm Cobb Vet.
That'll get real annoying real quick. On the game says I can see Jessica Jones and She-Hulk, Daredevil, and Echo. Daredevil will be an Echo. Punisher and Moon Knight. I don't think that. I think that's way too soon for Punisher to pop up. And or Blade. Blade's gonna be focusing on Dane Whitman, so I don't think he has a space for that. And Heroes for Hire slotting in. Heroes for Hire will be a Disney Plus series for sure. It'll just be down the line. The grittiest those Marvel characters will get in the MCU will be like the fight between John Walker's. Yes, exactly. Scorpion better be in it.
The fight between Sharon Carter and all those men.
I don't even remember that.
She was fucking him up.
He was
shooting him at everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sharon Carter is a character. I forgot. My bad.
Listen, you ignored obvious signs.
No. I gave them credit for good writing.
Why?
Bad writers.
Why? Every week they said Juwaan.
You notice like two female characters, Juwaan. You might want to.
I don't have a problem with her being a female. Just write the character better.
Sure about that?
Just write the character better.
Anne Hathaway, Sharon,
better. I'm sorry,
Ellie.
So, but I like how y'all memory is selective. Did I not praise Michelle Pfeiffer? Oh, okay.
All the way out there. No,
right.
That's all the way out there. But I'm just saying, just because you praise one, don't mean that you haven't praised the other ones, because you haven't.
Yeah, but I think they're phenomenal actresses. I just didn't like the specific projects they were. Anyway, everyone's thoughts on Rebel Moon. Mr. E is Snyder's so good with managed expectations story-wise, but good to see Ray Fisher working. Tristian, I'm gonna go to you. This is our last topic. We're getting out of here.
Okay,
Rebel Moon, I'm excited about because I view Zack Snyder the same way I view Michael Bay. I think when you tell them, hey, this story exists, they will find a way to fuck that up. But when you go, hey, do me a favor, create something that does not exist, a la Bad Boys, a la 300 just being a comic not many people are that familiar with, Watchmen not many people were familiar with. They can take something like that and mold it into something beautiful. But Justice League, Transformers, you look at it and you go, this was easier than you made it. So for me, Rebel Moon, I love that he said, you know what? Y'all don't want me to do Star Wars? Bet. I'm going to go make my own Star Wars. So I appreciate it. And I'm going to see it because I do support Zach because he's not doing DC movies. Anyway, Tristian, I'm going to go to you. What are your thoughts on Rebel Moon and the casting list we just got?
Yeah, the cast looks amazing. I was going to say what I really like is that he, like you were saying, it was originally a Star Wars pitch and he decided, okay, I'm going to repurpose it and make it its own intellectual property. So I like when writers are able to do that kind of repurpose the idea to make it its own thing. One thing I'm really interested in seeing, though, is how the Star Wars fandom will react to it, because they know there was originally supposed to be a Star Wars film. You know, they're probably going to look for every little thing, like, oh, he copied that from such and such, and that's based on such and such. So I really want to see how the Star Wars fandom reacts to it, because you know they're going to be, not all of y'all, but
better than anything we've gotten.
No, you listen, you're right, because I'm in that fandom, and I know they're gonna be toxic. And I'm sorry I'm sorry. Y'all can be upset, but y'all gotta recognize y'all is toxic. With a T.
Was that pointed to me? I got real quiet after you said that. I'm like, wait a minute.
No. No, I like just like you have honestly wait, say that again.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was asking you guys, did y'all see the concept art for it? It looks
beautiful.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
But yes.
I can't wait to see what he does with it. Like I said, I support Zach. Zach is not a bad director by any stretch of the means. He just has philosophical differences than most people. That's it. That's it. That's all I chalk it up to. Now, when Michael Bay did the Transformers, he should have had to serve some time in prison for that.
I was going to say criminal.
Yeah,
the first one wasn't bad.
The first one wasn't
I
bad.
liked the first and the second one, but I was pretty young when I saw them, so that's my excuse in case the Juwaan decides to put me in jail for it.
Or say that he disappointed in you again.
You like
or that too.
You like what you like. No, but when I was kind of done with him was when I kept seeing 5 million Decepticons land in like one new Autobot. I hated that. Then I really hated his racist Autobots. The 2 Hispanic little Transformers, they seemed very offensive. Like, I'm not Hispanic, but I felt offended 100%. But also, I'll never be a fan of you choosing to start on Earth. Can we get Cybertron for a movie that ends with them coming to Earth, and then you can give me
now you know they won't let him do that. We need people in it,
bro. Bumblebee's first 20 minutes was just Cybertron.
Yes, so now they let
Michael Bay could have gotten away. Trevon,
they wouldn't let him do that.
I don't give him a pass.
Believe that.
I don't give him a pass. When you give me Ninja Turtles the size of the Empire State Building, I know that it's a you problem, not a studio problem. That's a you problem. Why the fuck were they so big? Why were they so big? And why would you kill Shredder?
Have you seen New York Rats? New York Rats are big.
The size of buildings, Ash. Come on, even you mutating them shouldn't make them that big.
Suspend your disbelief. Suspend your disbelief.
Okay, all right. So should I suspend
for someone not from New York?
That
they seem that big, okay?
Listen, so I suspend my belief that turtles that massive were hiding inside of a scoreboard, and the scoreboard never fell. Come on, man! Like, goddamn, Michael Bay.
You know, gravity. Sometimes, gravity, the weight, the proportions. You never know. Those could have been some strong scoreboards made just for those turtles.
Look, I'll say this: Michael Bay makes it so hard to hate him because he made Bad Boys. But I swear, the one day I say, you know what? I don't like Bad Boys as much as I used to, I will hate him with a fury. I'm telling you,
such a strong word.
I will rain down on Michael Bay. Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was everything for me. And I'm watching it and I'm just like, oh, this is just, oh, God, goodness gracious. All right, so I want to give
cool now.
The Transformers?
Yes, they look cool. Back then.
The first
honestly,
two. The first two gets a pass.
I don't remember the rest. I don't remember all of them.
I remember watching the Mark Wahlberg one, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Every last nightmare, Michael Bay.
I was there for Shia LaBeouf to begin with, honestly.
So, exactly.
That was the start for me.
Exactly.
So.
I was there for him and Megan, and then they left.
Yeah, I was there for Megan Fox. Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to get Shia out of there and just have Megan Fox. That's what I was looking for. We only need one. We don't need both. All right. So, Mr. E, when's the next stream? The next live stream will be next Thursday when me, Trevon, and Joel break down the finale of Peacemaker. and then we will go live again Friday for GVN Talk. Peyton C, Sharon Carter is great. I agree, but making her the power broker was a stupid choice. I also agree.
It was also obvious, but
yeah, very obvious.
That's why it was so horrible. Like, can you picture watching a whodunit?
I feel like your disappointment comes from the fact that you were expecting something different when they're clearly like, this is what you're being served.
I'm telling you, my only issue was, Jamie, I gave the writers too much credit. I'm like, there's no way the writers are this bad. And they were like, oh. And then I'm like, you know what? I
don't see nothing wrong with it.
And then I'm like, you know what? I give them a reprieve. I'm like, okay, Sharon's going to walk down the stairs, walk off to the side, turn into a Skrull. Everything makes sense. When she didn't do that, I'm like, so you were serious about her being the power broker.
But I mean, like,
horrible.
You know, even with the way the series ended, it's possible that she's not the power broker, or at least not like the top power broker. At this
point, Jamie, at this point, the power broker means nothing to me. You've ruined it. At this point, I don't care who the power broker is. It don't mean nothing no more. Unless you're telling me Norman Osborn comes out and he's like, I was the power broker. That's the only thing that could make me care about who the power broker
is. Leave him out.
Leave him out.
I don't want Norman Osborn again.
Yeah, he doesn't exist in the MCU, right?
Let's leave him.
That's my point. We don't know. We just know that there is not an Oscorp. We don't know that a Norman Osborn doesn't exist. We just know there's not an Oscorp. But yeah, so yeah, horrible writing for Power Broker. God damn. I try my best to forget about that show. Who brought that up? Trevon, was that you that brought it up? Probably. Maybe. You love you some Sharon Carter. Stop bringing that up.
Sure do.
Anyway, all in the game.
And some Anthony Mackie and some Sebastian Stan as well. Sure do.
Why do you say that name? You know what that is.
I know. That's why
Stop saying that name.
I said it because I know you don't like it. Yes, exactly.
Oh, what you got against Anthony Mackie?
I'm telling you.
He don't like him. He don't like him. I don't know why.
He doesn't think he's a good actor.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's about to break out in hives.
I'm waiting for that TMZ story where he does something so crazy they gotta recast his ass. I'm praying for it.
I mean,
if I had a genie,
if they ain't Chris Pratt, if they ain't do Chris Pratt, they better not touch Anthony Mackie.
They better touch Anthony Mackie. If I had a genie,
they ain't do Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is in every goddamn role.
So make it happen to Anthony Mackie. Make it happen.
Speaking of Chris
every
Pratt,
damn role.
What do y'all think of that new Jurassic Park trailer or the new Jurassic World trailer?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
If I'm being honest, Tristan, I probably gave up on Jurassic Park before this series started. I think I had my fill with the originals, where I said this is good enough. And then
like the ones that came out in the 90s?
Yes, I followed the newer movies. So let me be very clear. This isn't me speaking from the outside looking in. I followed the movies. I think they're okay. I think this movie was going to really make this movie a lot of money, is what Ghostbusters just did, is what Spider-Man just did. They're going to pull at all the nostalgia that they can pull at. Get you to go, you know what? I did miss these characters, right?
Yeah.
If you got to pull at that, come on, man.
And that's the whole point of the requel, which I thought that was a newer term, but apparently it's been around since 2015. I think it's interesting, though, because usually, like with these legacy characters, they bring them in towards the beginning, like in the first film, like Star Wars did. But this one is bringing them in toward the end, and I'm kind of like, well, what's the point? Because you've already had 2 successful films without the legacy character. So,
right. Well, not really. Jeff Goldblum was in the last one.
Oh, he was? Okay, so I haven't seen Fallen Kingdom.
It was a courtroom scene, and I think he was in that courtroom scene. Someone in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was in the last one. But yeah, at this point, dinosaurs coming off the island. I think the only thing of the newer Jurassic Park movies I enjoyed was when that woman fell out of the helicopter. The dinosaur ate her, and then a bigger dinosaur ate that dinosaur, and I was just like, I'm pretty interested in this. And then you didn't really get anything like that much going forward. And I was like, I'm not really interested. The whole purpose of me enjoying Jurassic Park is like watching Deep Blue Sea. I want to see the sharks eat everybody. I want to see the dinosaurs eat everybody. And if you're not, you're fighting other dinosaurs. I don't care about that.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching the first Jurassic World. You know that scene where all those things are flying around and grabbing people? I'm like, I know so many kids died that day. They didn't show us that.
100%.
People's babies got killed that day.
They're like, fuck
Yo,
kids.
It's dark.
So many mothers was looking at Chris Pratt's character like, can you help save my kids? No, I'm only here for these two. Sorry, I can't. No, just these two. But yeah, mad kids died. They weren't gonna show it, but so many kids died that day. You know, them birds came down and was just like, you.
Said, bloop,
you.
bloop, 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 bloop.
Start making a little sampling plate.
Yeah, they're like, all right, whoa, we gonna snack later tonight, yo. We snack tonight. The next Norman Osborn better have waves. I'm with you on that. If the next Norman and Harry Osborn don't got waves,
they better not do that. He better be mixed. Don't do that.
Better be mixed. Why you gotta be mixed?
Don't do that.
Why you gotta be mixed?
He better at least be mixed.
No, Trevon. I want you. No.
He gotta be at least mixed.
He gotta be mixed.
Trevon said no cultural appropriation.
No cultural appropriation. Exactly.
I'm out. Tristan, what do
you gotta at least be mixed.
You're right.
Okay. What did Tristan just say to me? You just gotta suspend the belief, Trevon.
Nah.
White people got waves. White people got waves. White
Absolutely
people got
not.
waves.
I
No.
swear to God.
Come on,
I
that's
refuse.
canon.
Juwaan.
That's
I
canon.
refuse.
That's
Juwaan.
That's
Juwaan.
canon. The next Norman Osborn, I better see right in the middle of his
Juwaan, listen,
you
you're gonna get to those gates upstairs and they're gonna keep it locked.
Nah, I want to see
You get to
Norman
the
Osborn
gates.
just break it out. I want to see Norman right before
If he do,
very
if
important
that
news
happens,
conference, he take off his do-rag.
and he is
like, yo.
pure white.
He like, yo, y'all swimming? Y'all swimming? Y'all swimming in here? I need that. I need that pure white waves, brushing do-rag. I'm with you, Malcolm. I'm with you. I need that. Jurassic Park series needs to end, in my opinion. Yes, just like this episode. I want to thank Peyton. I want to thank All in the Game. I want to thank Mr. E.
And the movie is getting canceled. They do that.
Seen in there. Trayvon, only you will have a problem.
I will be in the
They
front.
need waves.
No.
If
Be the
my
front
Ninja
line.
Turtles can be the size of a building, white people got waves. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
You accept
That is not the same. That is not the
That is
same.
not
White
the
people
same.
got waves.
I will
No.
fight you.
It's the
That
same
is not the
It's
same.
the
How
same
dare
thing.
you?
So wait,
How
why
dare
can't
you?
why can't Norman Osborn have been exposed to hair
To what, blackness?
to hair
what?
ooze,
To
to hair
what?
ooze,
Appropriation?
where he now got waves.
Appropriation?
All right,
This is
look,
when they say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. They was
Look.
talking about you.
I'm telling you right now that if Norman Osborn don't hop out the limo and
Oh
all
my
pink
God.
like Cameron,
No.
with the do-rag and the little
Cut
flip
the
phone,
live. Cut the live.
need
You're done.
I need
You're
it.
tired. Go to. This
This
is
is
your
not-
intervention.
Me
This
and
is
you
your
and-
intervention.
We need to cut this part off, right? 'Cause this is not
Exactly.
good.
Cut this
This ain't
part
good
off.
for you.
This is the clip
Jamie,
I'm
can
about
you
to use
lead
to
this
promote the
intervention,
episode.
please?
I'm about to use
Can
this
you
clip
lead this
to promote the
intervention? Can you lead this intervention? Because something wrong with him.
Okay, look, if y'all don't want to be tagged, tell me now, because I'm telling you right now, I'm using this clip and I'm saying, hey, what's the best way to celebrate Black History Month?
No, yeah.
Other
Don't
than-
tag me in that. Don't tag me in that.
I'm good.
Oh
I'm
my
good.
God.
I will report you.
No, I'm good on
Copyright.
Come
that.
on,
This-
I don't understand. Why are y'all hating
You
so
do
much?
that,
Have y'all ever
this-
seen Norman
you do
Osborn
that,
with waves?
This video is coming down. You do that. This video is going
I'll be
down.
like-
Have y'all
reporting
seen it?
Mhm.
Have y'all seen it? Have y'all ever seen it before?
Seen what, Juwaan?
Norman Osborn with waves.
Yes, I've
Cartoon,
seen it.
right?
It's
In the
an
cartoon.
abomination.
Yeah, the cartoon.
I've seen it.
Juwaan, I don't need to see it. I've never seen it
I've
before.
seen
I don't
it.
need to
I've
see
seen
it.
it.
Listen,
didn't
And I thought it was blasphemy.
listen. I already
Blasphemy.
wear glasses. I do not need my eyesight to get worse. Thank you very much.
Y'all didn't like it? I don't understand. I thought it
Juwaan,
was
do not put that up
very
there.
appropriate.
Juwaan, do
No,
not put it up
great.
there.
So you
I-
know
I
what?
thought
Juwaan?
it was appropriate.
Juwaan,
Wait.
do not put it
I
up there.
thought it was appropriate. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do
What?
nothing.
Oh, here we
Wait,
go.
why would you
And
do
here
it?
we
No,
go.
I didn't
no, I
do
can't see it.
nothing.
I can't
Look
see
at
it.
him
Nope, my hand's
swimming.
covering it.
Did
Nope,
it.
nope,
Yo,
can't see it.
where are y'all
Can't see it.
floaties?
Nope.
Did
Nope,
you
I've
bring
never
y'all
seen-
floaties?
I have never
Nope,
seen
can't
a
see it.
redhead with waves. I've never seen a redhead with
Yo, come on now. Yo, it's a new breed. It's a new breed.
Nope.
All right, I'm taking it off.
Take it off my screen.
Taking it off. Jamie, I want to ask you one last question and I'm ending. My last question to you is, do you have a surfboard, some floaties, a life raft? Because them waves, you might drown in them waves if you don't have the proper materials.
See, and this is why we pick on you. This is why you get this is.
I can't
You
swim.
can't swim, Jamie?
No,
not in them waves for sure.
Same
Them
here.
waves
I
gonna
can't
carry
either.
you, girl.
I can't
They
swim.
gonna carry you right out of it.
I'm staying out of the water.
I'm telling you. All right. I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day, everyone. Thank you, Mr. E. Yes, you guys have a great weekend, a great Valentine's Day. We appreciate you guys joining this stream. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Clearly, Trevon was joking about Halle Berry's Catwoman. Clearly, I'm joking about Harry Osborn and Waves. No, it's opposite day. That's what I'm trying to say. Ash.
So you want a white man with waves,
yes,
but you down on a black woman or Black History Month.
You know what? Yeah, that's
is that what we're doing?
It's problematic.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Problematic.
Good hair is good hair. Good hair is
but
good hair.
Trayvon, are you surprised that this is where it went, considering he said he's Juwaan Unchained?
Yeah.
He did warn us. He did warn us. That's true.
Oh my word!
Yes, a master Anakin.
With this thing.
Yes, a master
exactly.
Anakin. Surviving Order 66. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God!
That's all I'm saying.
See, this is why they don't take our month seriously, because of you. This is why they gave us 28 days instead of 31.
You know what, Ash? You know what? I'll stop supporting that. But March 1st, we going swimming. I'll see y'all next week on the episode of GVN Talk. I want to thank Tristian,
Can
Trevon,
you swim, Juwaan?
Jamie.
Can you swim, Juwaan?
Not nose waves, Trevon. You saw
in real life. In real life.
Trevon, you didn't see waves?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That is not
fade to black. It's just fade to black.
All right. You guys take care. Have a great night. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Peace.